show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is Big Red Nick Utam.
Thank you, Jeffrey Tiberius Hicks. It's wonderful to be here on this wonderful Thursday night with all these wonderful people.
I thought we promised to never share my middle name on air.
I'm sorry. I found out about it and I had to share it because it was kind of funny. That's why.
I know. Wait till people see my license photo. It's even funnier. Now, folks, welcome to WCBS episode 368. Dion is on his way. He has a real-life job, and he's on his way back from that. So he'll be here tonight with us, but it gives us enough time to catch up with everybody, to say hail to the chat with people like Sejorjan and Troubles08, as well as Asato Fortune, Lester San Jose, and Garth Vader. Party on to you, Garth. Party on, dudes. Now, folks, tonight we have a really packed show, so be sure to stick around and hit that thumbs up button before we start all that. But before we get into the show proper, let's talk about something big that's happening next weekend. Nick, it's finally here, almost. It's time for Horror Hound.
Yep.
How pumped are you, dude?
I am so fucking happy. I cannot wait to drink and have a good goddamn time with you guys, and just be back at a convention finally in Indiana. And just ready to have a good time. I know. You know what? And the thing is that it hasn't been there. It hasn't been in that area in a while. It's going to be a wild fucking weekend.
Dude, we were there at the last one in 2019. So, folks, people are like, why haven't you been to Horror Hound Indianapolis? Because there hasn't been a Horror Hound in Indianapolis. And that's the big show. Yeah. You know, the terror of the Midwest, Horror Hound. Now,
don't blame us. Blame Horror Hound. So, yeah. Like
blame society.
We want... Yeah, blame society. Yeah. Because we like, once again, we always want to go. If they don't put one up there, like.
Well, next time we'll host it at Dion's house. All of Horror Hound, not just the WCBS audience. It'll just be like, hey, we're gonna get Robert Englund and Ken Krisinger and Bruce Campbell are all gonna stay in your bedroom, Dion. Oh, and you have nothing to say about that.
That would be a really awkward morning. Just all these guys in the kitchen's like, when the fuck are you gonna get breakfast and coffee ready? He's like, God damn it.
Well, look, I don't want to speak for her, but I'm sure Hillary would help. She's a hell of a cook. She makes an awesome breakfast spread. So
that's really good. That's really good. Just
dude, like after our New Year's, she's always there for us.
I couldn't imagine all these celebrities in your house just like being dicks in the morning, being like, where the fuck is my coffee and breakfast?
Yeah, Doug Bradley's a diva. He's just like, God damn it, I will bring you into a world of pain if I don't have my sausage.
That'd be great. And then they all use the bathroom at the same time. It's like, God damn it, I want to take a shit.
Well, Dion has 2 bathrooms, so he'll be okay.
What if one gets clogged?
But folks, well, I've been there when it happens. It's not a pretty sight or smell. So luckily, Horror Hound will be at Indianapolis. He looks like he's got some plunging arms. He could do it.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
But folks, you can catch us live at Horror Hound next weekend, the 18th through the 20th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Like we said earlier, it's the first time Horror Hound's been there in 4 years, and WCBS is back. You have no clue how exciting it's going to be. But if you're a patron or a member of the channel, you're going to get exclusive access because we're going to give you guys footage from the convention as well as stuff of us at the convention. Believe me, we'll be filming our return to form live there, and it'll be available to watch only on Patreon and the membership program. So folks, if you want to get exclusive access to that, join our membership program or join the Patreon page. There's multiple tiers of Patreon. There's, the $5 tier, which is only 17 cents a day, and that's not much at all. That's cheese on a burger. But the video tier is where the fun begins, and that's where you can watch some of the movies along with us. So be on the lookout for all the exclusive Horror Hound content. But don't worry, for everyone else that loves the channel, we'll have some awesome content for you too, including a live stream. So join us next weekend from Indianapolis, Indiana, the return of World Class Bullshitters live. But we have a show to do tonight that's also live. So folks, some of the topics we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about how big the Galactic Starcruiser failed. We're going to be talking about the change coming to Disney Plus. What a disappointing streaming service it has become, and the prices, they're going up. We'll also be talking about the rumor about Disney buying Apple with an expert weighing in on why or why not it could happen. We'll also be talking about the Alabama Slamma, aka the Alabama Smackdown. That thing's been crazy. You've seen that footage, right, dude?
I actually haven't because I really didn't care about it. I was like, I kept hearing about it. I'm like, I don't really. This is not like pertinent, and it's not really something I care about. Like, it'll die in a couple weeks. I'm like, oh, that's fine, whatever.
You gotta see it. It just goes to show you how much of a weird time we live in right now. Like, honestly.
Yeah. I kept hearing all the racial stuff, and I was like, really? We can't just like call them people who are fighting. Like, we can't just say that. Like, we have to go to that level. Like, that's what we have to go to. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb.
It is 2023, so
Yeah.
That's how people feel. And then finally, we'll be talking a little bit about Dud Light. By the way, folks, if you want to get our Dud Light t-shirt, click the link in the description below. We have a new beer glass, Nick. I know I haven't sent it to you guys.
Can you show it on camera?
So getting ready to pull up the URL right now, my man. Let's check out the new glass together, folks. By the way, hit that thumbs up button to let us know that you enjoy this content, but most importantly, to let YouTube know you enjoy this content. It's not for our egos; it's just for that.
No, it really is. It's for my ego. Then it's at least for just my ego. That's all.
That's fair enough. You know what? You deserve all the praise you can get. So here we have Dud Light.
Oh my god, I love it.
And
you did so well with it.
Thank you. I am an artist after all. And then we have For All That You Screwed, that Dud's for you. So folks, if you want to get this official beer glass from WCBS to go along with your other WCBS drinkware, let's show you the official World Class Bullshitters beer glass, which is right here.
I love it.
I do too, man. That gets you to be part of the club, so you can get free shout-outs and stuff on air. And also, we have a mug for those who like to be working and lurking and having a breakfast with world-class bullshitters. We have the WCBS mug that features, well, all of our mugs on it. And you can get that in black, white, or gray. I don't even remember making a gray one, but I guess that's an option. So, folks, go to shopwcbs.com. We have tons of merchandise and t-shirts available. You can get our Super Nintendo shirt. You can get our Cards Against Humanity shirt. You can get the Dud Light shirts. They actually exist in shirt form as well.
Dud Light shirts. I love it.
There you go. You can get the Zack Snyder shirt, RoboCoke Lines of Justice, Aquamilf, and Woke Busters. And you can even get our original logo as well. So, folks, if you got to wear something, and you know you do because it's America, after all, and you got to be covered up, well, just go to Shop WCBS and get yourself covered in some awesome quality threads. Shop WCBS is powered by Spring, so you know you got their quality, their service, and their customer service at your fingertips. So, shopwcbs.com. Also, too, one last plug for right now, folks. Stealing Solo has been moving a lot of books. We've been having thousands of dollars in sales, so thank you to everybody who's been buying a copy. I've been so busy shipping them out, I haven't even gotten to the international shipping yet, but don't worry. I'll make sure everybody gets a copy around the world. So, if you go to stealingsolo.com, I guess I had a brain fart, I don't remember the website, but if you go to stealingsolo.com, you guys can get yourselves a copy right now. But a lot of people here already have it. But remember, folks, when it's gone, and it's almost halfway there already, I will get to work on the sequel, parody of Luke Skywalker, and finally, I will do Frankenfisher, the Bride of Solo. That is the one I can't wait to get to. So if you want to read that, make sure that you guys go to stealingsolo.com and get yourselves a copy right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat who's been pimping our URLs. Joseph Bianowicz, you're the man. Thank you. So, Nick, I think we're all caught up with the preamble of this show. Is there anything we need to mention? If you're a patron, you can listen to our James Bond commentary for The Living Daylights. We'll be getting you License to Kill soon, and then the Pierce Brosnan era begins, and that's the era we're the most nostalgic for, because that's the one we all grew up with. So the GoldenEye commentary is going to be a very special commentary. It will not only talk about the movie, it'll talk about the game, and the re-release of the game from earlier this year. GoldenEye never goes out of style, and, well, it's awesome to be able to talk about that. One last thing, Nick, before we get into our Disney Plus topic, as well as many other things tonight. Folks, we don't have a word of the day yet, so we're waiting on you for that one. But last week we introduced our new segment, Bet the Box Office, where each week a bullshitter would guess the opening weekend for a new film that opens. Last week's film was TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Now I guessed $62 million. Nick, you guessed 40. Dion guessed 30, and Kendo guessed a whopping $150 million opening weekend for TMNT. Now, Nick, who do you think was the closest of all four of us?
I think it was me.
You're going to guess it was you?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was me.
Well, here's the thing. If this was The Price is Right, we would have all lost because we all guessed over the actual amount. But someone's close, and it's not you. I'm sorry. This week's winner of Box Office Beatdown, excuse me, Bet the Box Office, is Dion. He guessed 30. The movie opened at $28 million.
Wow. Wow.
Barbie did better than Ninja Turtles.
Oh, Barbie, Black Panther for white women.
I saw that meme. It really is Black Panther for white women.
You know what? I love the idea that like this capitalist thing that is this toy. All these women are going to go out and support it, and I love the irony from it because it's a capitalist idea of this toy that perpetuates like these unattainable beauty standards that they all want to go and support. Yet we don't like use those beauty standards anymore now because it's 2023, and yet they still want to support it. And it's like this capitalist thing. They're like, oh yeah, it's women, femininity, this, that, and the other. It's like, no, it's a company who wanted to make money on a toy.
Yeah, Mattel and Warner Brothers are laughing all the way to their billion-dollar bank.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's hilarious because like all these people dressed up and went to go watch it and support it, and it's like, yeah, woohoo, and things like that. I'm like, come on, man. At least Oppenheimer's history, like that shit actually happened.
I quite enjoyed that one too. You've seen it, right?
Dude, I went to go watch it in the we went to go watch it both in like the 70mm crazy like 30-foot tall screen and shit. It was so fucking worth it. It was great. I really love it. I might have to buy the 4K version of it when it comes out.
You know you are.
Just so I can take some California shots and sit on my rug and like watch it.
I think I'm gonna have to make a road trip down just to do that with you.
Dude, please come on down.
Oh, I will come on. Look, now that I'm back on this time zone, or in this time zone, excuse me, this is just our first time hanging out together at Horror Hound. The WCBS boys were back in the same area, so there's no excuse not to get together and have those good times.
Yeah.
So, Nick, let's play this week's game. We'll get Dion and Kendo's numbers, and we'll report back to the audience at a later time. But this week, there is, well, it's not really fair.
Out?
What?
Is there anything big coming out this weekend?
Well, there's a sneak preview of Gran Turismo, but then Gran Turismo doesn't open nationwide until the 25th. So technically, there's really nothing opening this weekend. We got Blue Beetle next weekend. We got the Gran Turismo preview, and next week we have the 10th anniversary of Sharknado is getting a re-release, which I actually go see that movie because it's fucking Sharknado. But
I heard about that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's getting a theatrical release. I was so happy for that. I was like, that's awesome. That's really good.
Do you have a preferred Sharknado film?
No, because like they immediately went down in like quality after the first one. So like, I don't know. Maybe the first one's my favorite one because it's the first one, and that's about it. Because like I would watch the other ones. I'm just like I can't fucking do this. I know Kendo loves some shark exploitation. I do too, but like the Sharknado films, I think were just like, yeah, it's the return on investment for me just didn't work out. I was like, I can't keep watching these. These are terrible.
I gave up early. I will watch like Sharktopus versus Megalodon or Lava Shark versus Tarantulosaurus or some bullshit like that. But yeah, there's something about Sharknado movies. I don't know. They're pretty ridiculous. But that's the whole point.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's it's very much like a sci-fi channel Saturday night movie. That's basically what it was. And they had it going for a while, and then I think they they flew too close to the sun, and that was it.
Well, like I guess it was Icarus. His wax wings have melted.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But no, I do miss those sci-fi channel like Saturday night movies, man. They were terrible and they were fun. And they would advertise the fuck out of them like all the time, like Monday through Friday. It's like Saturday night at 9. Lava Ranchula Part 4.
Oh, I've seen Lava Lantula.
Yeah, like shit like that. Like I love those movies, man. They were so much fun and they were so ridiculous. And then like a month later, they would come out on DVD with like special features and like director's commentary and behind the scenes, all kinds of other bullshit. It was fun, man. I enjoyed it. You know
why the those movies have kind of died out, right?
Oh, why is that?
Because mainstream has films like Cocaine Bear. So
That's true. Which I'm glad the mainstream is taking a chance with Cocaine Bear. That always makes me happy when they're like, all right, we'll do this. Good. I'm glad you made it. You took a chance.
yeah, it was a good movie. I wish it was better, but it doesn't mean it was bad. I just thought it was good, but not great.
No, yeah. I mean, with something like that, you want the kills to be a few more kills, maybe a little bit gorier as well. But no, I mean, it was still a fine movie. It was still a lot of fun. Still really good. I actually bought the Blu-ray whenever it came out. I own it. I know there's like the vinyl soundtrack you can get to if you really want to get nerdy about it.
Are you going to? Have you seen the Meg yet? Since we're talking about these shitty monster
Yes,
movies?
yeah. I saw the Meg.
What's the official WCBS word on it?
Oh, dude, I love it. It's 100%. Go watch it. Go watch it.
Okay.
It's exactly the shark exploitation you need nowadays. Just because, like, I love Jason Statham to death. I think he's really good because like this is the second film this year I think that we've seen or I've seen, and he's still knocking it out of the park. Like he plays it 100% straight. It's like you're on a jet ski trying to spear a megalodon shark with a piece of dynamite, and you're taking it 100% seriously. I fucking love you for that, dude. It's great. It really is.
I mean, he took Crank seriously, and that movie's just
That's
balls
true.
to the wall.
That
of
movie
them.
is fucking balls to the wall. It is. But yeah, no, definitely check it out. It's a mindless creature feature. If you've seen, okay, and it reminded me of those like Leviathan and like those kind of movies, because of what happens in the movie. I'm not gonna give it away, but like there's a thing that happens in the movie that kind of reminds me of like how those movies have a real have a kind of corporate twist to them. So yeah,
I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch the first Meg. I can't really jump in and say, "Oh, I'm gonna watch the Meg and Meg 2 and not have seen the original one." But hey,
yeah. Actually, I did watch something also as well this weekend because I kind of got bored. I watched No Hard Feelings.
who's in that?
Jennifer.
Oh, is that the
what
Jennifer
is it?
Lawrence movie?
Yeah, the first movie she's ever done. She's the best actress in the world or whatever. It is a raunchy comedy, and it was actually really funny.
Oh, good.
I was shocked because I was bored and it was like a matinee. I'm like, this is cheap. Let me go check it out. And it was actually really good. You know,
Oh.
I was prepared not to like it, and I was like, nope, this is funny. She did a good job. I got to give it to her.
I mean, it was the first comedy ever made, so I mean, is it a low bar or a high bar?
That's true. That's true. But no, it was nice to see like a nice raunchy comedy again, like in theaters, because I'm just like, God, I miss those movies so much. I miss the ridiculous comedies we used to get throughout the years that we don't get anymore.
Well, since you brought up comedy real quick, and this is always relevant to the show, and we'll talk about this for a second. And folks, we do have our word of the day. We'll get to you in just a moment. But the guy, what's his name? Adam Levine, the guy who was in Workaholics. Did you see what he said about the death of comedies?
Yeah.
How he blamed. So, folks, for a little context, Adam Levine, the actor, was on a podcast this week, and he was talking about how Marvel movies have killed comedies because, and I'm paraphrasing here, but fans go to these Marvel movies that cost $200 million and have all this spectacle, and they expect those to be funny, and then other comedies they just don't go to see and support. So he feels that comedies are effectively dead these days. How do you feel about that statement?
He said it, and I thought about it. I'm just like, yeah, you're right, because I remember like, okay, even like 2001, we had Super Troopers, but even then, there were so many that would come out that you'd want to go to the theaters and watch it, and they were like laugh out loud, tearing up, funny, you know. And it was just,
I miss those days.
It was just, yeah, I know, me too. And I was just like, that's one of the reasons I went to the movies was like that, because they would have these ridiculously adult raunchy comedies and funny shit. You had like not another teen movie that came out in 2001, Joe Dirt, Rat Race, Pootie Tang, yeah.
Rat Race is great. That's a movie you can't make today.
That's true. Well, I mean, it's also an emulation of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, but that's here nor there. Shallow Hal, Saving Silverman.
I love that one.
God, there were a lot. What is it? What Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? Also, oh my God, Wet Hot American Summer. Holy shit! What Hot American Summer came out in 01. That's another one. Great fucking comedy.
Is '01 like low key the best year for comedies of the new millennium?
It may have been like kind of the peak, and then like it kind of went down, maybe a little bit.
I mean, you had your great comedies throughout the years, but I think the
Evolution
current climate, with fucking David Duchovny,
Yeah, that came out in 01.
isn't Zoolander from '01 as well?
Yeah, it is actually. I'm looking at the list now. The Animal, A Knight's Tale, Double Take,
Knight's Tale's a good movie.
Monkey Bone, if anybody's into that.
I saw that in theaters as a kid.
Sugar and Spice, which was an MTV movie, I think. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there were. Yeah, looking at this list now, like there were a fuck ton, and I remember like, and I actually own these now. These are all. I own these on like physical media, so it's like that made a difference. So yeah, man. And like here's the thing: these movies were not expensive to make. You know, they were not at all expensive to make. But I mean, like look at Super Troopers. Still funny to this day. You rewatch it, it's still hilarious as hell. So I mean, it had longevity.
One of the best movies.
Yeah. So it's weird. I mean, one thing that didn't age too well was Black Knight.
Oh, with Martin Lawrence?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that in theaters as well. That wasn't even that funny back then.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. I'm just kind of like, I think we all saw it because Martin Lawrence was like, big then, so we just all went to go see it.
I think his movies peaked at Blue Streak.
Yeah.
He was a federale.
God damn it.
That movie's the shit.
That's another one I can remember very vividly because it was so funny. God damn, yeah. We need the ridiculously funny movies. And like one thing I would always love about them coming out is like you'd get the theater version and you get the unrated cut on DVD or Blu-ray. That would fun out. And it would like some of them would have like seconds of new footage, but other ones would have like a good 10 minutes or 20 minutes of shit they couldn't show in the theater. And I was like, I appreciated that. I really did.
Same. It just felt like, like you weren't supposed to see all this extra crap too, because they couldn't get it, rated by the MPA sort of thing.
Yeah. Or with stuff that the MPA made them cut out and they're like, we'll put it on the DVD and call it unrated. And then, people have to choose if they want to buy it. I'm like, that's fair. That is entirely fair.
I mean, that's how I felt about Euro Trip. I had never even seen it. I saw that it was an unrated DVD. I was like, I'm going to buy this. I went in blind, and it was the best blind buy I ever had. Folks in the chat, let us know your favorite blind buys.
Yeah, and I think just recently, Euro Trip, the DVD transfer with all the stuff on it just got transferred to Blu-ray recently.
Berlin. Nie wieder Berlin.
He's going to Berlin, guys.
Nie wieder Berlin. What was he high on? Something in little chocolates? Like he was fucking gone.
I forget the thing, but yeah, that's not God. Have we done that movie as a commentary, as a live commentary?
No, but we should. We should put it where the audience can watch it along with us. Yeah, we should do it around October or September for Oktoberfest. Maybe we can finally answer the question what Scotty does or doesn't know.
Oh my god! And I remember watching the movie and being like, "Is that fucking Matt Damon?"
Dude, that was so insane. The first time I watched it, I started choking. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I'm just like, is that Matt Damon as a punk rocker? Okay, fine.
God, yeah, because you don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't. They don't. And yeah, we need more of that. Maybe just like fewer. Not really totally get rid of the superhero stuff, but like maybe one every 18 months or two every 18 months. That's it. And then make the comedy.
Diversify what they make because everything's so samey these days.
Yeah, no, it is. Because you have the fight between DC and Marvel. They're like, oh, we're gonna one up each other. It's like, no, how about you make some like. How about just people just put out some actually funny good stuff, I
mean, you know how I feel about Disney as a whole, but I don't really think it's DC versus Marvel because DC really can't win for trying. Like I kind of feel bad for them.
I do because like we said before, like they could go R-rated and like sweep Disney under the rug, but they're not going to, They could go dark in tone and make stuff really kind of gritty, but they don't want to, or maybe that's not the direction they want to go, and they could make money that way, but they just don't want to.
Yeah, I feel like they should have pulled the trigger a little harder on the Batman because I mean it was kind of intense as it was, So why not just take it a little further? But
Yeah.
oh well, they want to sell toys.
But yeah, but I mean, as you did videos about those toys as well, like none of them sold that much. Like there wasn't a big demand for that that thing. So
Dude, the Batman sits alongside all these shitty unsold Disney toys on every Ollie's that I go to across the country. The Batman's right there, right along with it. I just don't, I'm just
Well,
like,
I mean,
oh,
and
okay,
that's-
Batman's here.
well, yeah, and that's also DC's fault because of just the confusion of like making too many iterations of Batman. Like you have like, yeah, it's just you have Batfleck, you have sparkly Batman, you have old Batman, you have new Batman. So like, and especially now with like Ben Affleck being Batman, and then like you have Robert Pattinson, like you're confusing the general audience. Like we're nerds, we can understand it, but like you're confusing the general audience by doing this. Like be
You're not
cohesive,
wrong.
be cohesive in what you want to do, and follow one path. Don't do two things of like the same character. It's weird.
Well, I mean, look at The Flash. They had 3 different versions of Batman in that film, and that is a historic bomb. I believe it's the biggest bomb in the history of Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they need to. I think Marvel's going to be, if they're smart, they're not going to do multiverse with 10 versions of Iron Man or this or that. They're just going to be like, oh, hey, we're going to pull it back and leave it be.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what they're smart, and they love just burning. They love just like shoveling money into that coal fire. And just keep going, just keeping it burning. Like it's gonna do something, and they just keep hemorrhaging money all the time. I mean, it's insane. Like with the hotel, with the streaming service, with the parks, like it's just weird. This company who was worth billions of dollars is just wasting it all, and it's not doing much. I've even heard from some friends who have the Disney stock as part of the portfolio. They haven't paid dividends in a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm glad I didn't invest in Disney ever. Now,
Yeah, man.
I mentioned it a moment ago, but our audience, our wonderful audience, sent in some words of the day. So our friend, the Happy Plague Doctor, who's a member of the channel, thank you, he sent in the word steamer. Then Shrubbles08 sent in the word of the day as rusty. And Joseph Bienowicz also sent in sperm bank or spooge. So we really have a lot of really, really interesting words of the day. So, like, what are you going to pick? Steamer, spooge, sperm bank, or rusty?
Let's pick steamer because YouTube will not be able to recognize that, hopefully, and we can have a lot of fun with steamer.
So how Stella got her steamer back?
There you go.
That's
12
disgusting.
12 angry steamers.
Saturday night steamer.
No, here's a really gross one. Fistful of steamer.
Ugh. I mean, I love our audience, but I just ate. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not feeling too good right now.
Okay,
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right. Here's another one for you that I'm sorry for. Eat, pray, steamer.
Ugh. Sisterhood of the Traveling Steamer.
Those pants are so stiff.
Ugh, it's caked on.
Yep. Yep.
God damn, dude. Since we did have a couple other ones that people did send in super chats. Rusty, so Dion and his Rusty Venture Dream, how Stella got a Rusty Venture, and Deep Rusty.
They're talking about
Rusty Impact.
Yeah, I was about to say, are they talking about the kid from National Lampoon's Vacation?
Yeah, Rusty Griswold. He's the greatest Rusty of all time. Prove me wrong.
I mean, I can't think of another one. I really can't.
I can't, but the second kid that plays Rusty is pretty goddamn funny. Jason Lively.
Yeah, yeah.
And then spooge is a good word, so let's see. Lord of the Spooge, right?
No, that's yeah.
Michael Fallon, Lord of the Spooge.
There you go. Let's see.
Spooge dance.
Oh my god.
Or Flash Spooge. There we go. Ugh.
Flash Spooge. Oh god. No, that's not one. Let's see. 2001: A Splooge Odyssey.
That's the winner right there.
That's a 10. That's a childish one. That's a childish
Stanley
one.
Spooge Brick. That's
There
high
you
art.
go. Rebel without a spooge.
Oh, that's why he was pissed off. You're tearing me apart.
Here's another one. Probably should see a doctor. Pulp spooge.
Ugh. Yeah, folks, if you or somebody you know has pulp spooge, you might need to go consult a medical official. WCBS is not here to give you medical advice, but we can tell you if it's pulpy, something's wrong.
Thanks, Doc. Spooge on a plane.
Can you get arrested for that and put on a blacklist?
It depends if you get caught or not. If you get caught, I think if you get caught, you get fined.
Like, what's the fine for spooging on an airplane?
I don't know, but if you do try to try to enter the Mile High Club, do it over international waters.
Yeah, it's cooler that way.
Yeah, because then they have to go go through the entire flight and keep you on there. They can't turn around.
I don't know how I would feel if I got caught banging on an airplane and then they're like, "Yeah, you're in trouble when you land." I'd be like, "No, this is a foreign country, and I don't acknowledge your authority on this vehicle." So.
Yeah, plus it happened in international waters. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Proper Raid. Thank you for everyone joining us over here on WCBS. We are the epitome of pop culture. Live every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. So, Nick, what we have on screen right here is the Disney Plus logo. Now, we talk about streaming quite a bit here on this channel, and things aren't getting good for the world of streaming. Initially, I thought streaming was going to be awesome because it was awesome. Many years ago, you just had a Netflix account, and you had everything at your fingertips. You had tons of movies, TV shows that had never been released on a format before, and then you had this original Netflix stuff that you really didn't watch too much, but it was there and it was a nice added bonus. Other studios saw how this could be mined for money, and studios started releasing their own streaming services, and now to have a few streaming services to catch up on a wide variety of content, it's like $80 a month. So streaming is just as expensive as cable, and it's all falling apart, and it's not very good for Disney Plus right now. So we listened to the investor call. We talked about all this stuff behind the scenes, and we have some things to talk about with you tonight, folks. Now, Nick, the Disney Plus, somebody who's viewed Disney Plus in the past, when it started, it was only $6.99 a month. That was the sweet spot for a bunch of bullshit for kids. Now, it's doubled in price, more than doubled in price. Now, $14.99 a month. How do you think that's kind of fair in terms of people sticking around? Will people stay with it, or do you think people will bend because it's full price?
Honestly, man, I think people, especially now, are starting to really kind of like clamp down on what's worth it, what's not, and things like that. I think what we're going to see in the next year and a half or so is there's going to be a lot of switching between services very quickly. Like people have it for 1 or 2 months, cut it off, go to the next thing, and because they want to watch certain things. I highly recommend people learn how to acquire those things off of those sites if possible. YouTube is good for that. I don't know, I don't know any specific software, any processes, but if you can Google it or whatever, I would highly do that, and acquire things that way on a giant hard drive. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous. Actually, I started going to. I'm lucky because in Atlanta here, there's a video store called Videodrome, and it's wall to wall like weird old shit. They have a section that's like just 70s cop drama thrillers in Italian. Like that's a whole section.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
And they have like 80s horror movies from Wes Craven. Like they have and it's all like divided up. Like they have like their sections, like that. The entire store is like it's incredibly tiny, but it's just chock full of like weird shit you don't find anywhere else. It's a little video store, wonderful place. I try to go there as often as I can to support them. But yeah, man, they have really good stuff. They have the new releases are never like they literally have a handful of like mainstream new releases. They'll have like a few of them. But mainly it's just like the old shit that people want that's like come out on Blu-ray recently or whatever that people want to watch. They have like the Sawa Brothers. They've got a bunch of like really old creepy stuff. Just like a bunch of fun things, man. But I don't know. I think I hope this is the hope. What happens is people kind of like figure out this is happening and get either into a way of like acquiring their stuff onto a hard drive on like a thing that they can carry around to them or have at their house that they can watch on, or we get back to like video stores, some things like that, because I know people love shit that's like extremely convenient and things like that, but like I just miss the goddamn video stores, man. I really do.
For a while, I thought people's nostalgia for video stores was just, that nostalgia. But the way things are going, I think a small amount of video stores could make a comeback and be successful because physical media is the way to go.
Yeah, I think if you did them in like obviously like bigger cities first and slowly kind of put them out again, like really you'd have to be very very sparing, almost. I mean, even Redbox is I think too little of an amount of like movies and shit. But maybe they're gonna come back up and do good or something. I don't know, but I don't know. There's just an experience of like going to the video store and picking out shit, and then finding the really weird like off the wall shit that you watch as a kid and be like, that's a movie, that's a thing. Like imagine a kid now who like say there's a video store now and like some kid who's like 5 or 6 years old sees a movie called Cocaine Bear and can say and knows how to say the words, and he's like, Mom and Dad, I want to watch Cocaine Bear tonight. And he's got cool parents and they're like, all right kid, we'll let you watch Cocaine Bear tonight. And he lets us and they let their 5 or 6 year old like kid watch Cocaine Bear. Like that's how we grew up. Oh, yeah. We had cool parents. Like that's how we grew up. Like we'd watch. They'd let us watch weird shit from the video store, and I think we need to bring that back.
I do too, because it's not to make it sound so hyperbolic, but it's like a culturally enriching experience. Because when everybody watches the same crap that they find on Netflix, it takes away the fun story of how you discover things. Like, oh, I was at a video store and I checked out this movie with a crazy box and it became my favorite movie of all time. Like. Yeah, the whole, I was on streaming and I was just flipping through and I looked at the recommend because an algorithm told me. Like, as important as entertainment is, the story of how you find it is just as entertaining. I mean, how did you, like, for me, somebody we know needed money and they sold us a bunch of stuff in the 90s, and some of the stuff they sold was videotapes. And in that collection of videotapes was Beverly Hills Cop. And that's how I found the movie. Just like, oh, what's this? I knew who Eddie Murphy is. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I watched it still to this day.
Well, no, I remember one distinct thing that happened between us. I think you were at a video store. You were somewhere and you found this movie called on Blu-ray. It's like $5. It was Return of the Living Dead. And you asked us if it was good, and I was like, fuck yeah, go watch it. Go buy it now and just go watch it. And you're like, oh, it's cheap enough, it's okay, but it's a bad movie, it's not a big deal. And you fell in love with it after you watched it. I think you were in the chat with us like a few years ago. And like, oh, it's fucking great. It's ridiculous. It's fun. It's insane. Da da da. Yeah, you loved it.
It's my favorite zombie movie.
Yeah, so you had so like because you asked us when anybody's seen it. Obviously, I had, and now you love it because you found it in a bin. It's at like Walmart or something, or Aldi's, or not Aldi's, but like somewhere.
I was at Best Buy. They just had it super cheap.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. It was Best Buy. Yeah, but yeah, like things like that, like that's how that works. And it's just one of those things where like it feels, and even now, like even flipping through things, like going through 8, like 2 or 3 different like VOD services trying to find something to watch. I think you said before as well. Like if there's too much choice, like you'll never pick anything. You'll just go back to what's familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's true because you just go back to like, I just want to watch something, I've seen a million times and that's it. I don't want something new. So
well, I'm just hoping against all hope that, we do see a return to video stores, and then the Friday night will be back to being awesome. You can go to the video store, pick out a couple movies, go get a pizza, some beer or some California shots, and watch said movies.
Dude, if you could do it right, if somebody could have the really like the good thought of like putting a restaurant next to a video store or something like that, and like they could combine the business or whatever, that would be killer.
If I ever did do a video store, I would still have a pizza parlor inside of it. It would be the best.
Oh, dude, pizza. Yeah, pizza parlor. You do pizzas, burgers, and wings, and then you do like really crazy, like really simple desserts as well. That's it. That's all you have on the menu.
Pizza Hut used to have those dessert pizzas. Those would be amazing.
Yeah, that's all you have. That's all you have is like pizza, burger, wings, and then you have like ridiculous, like not really ridiculous, but like simple desserts. And you have a video store somewhere like nearby, and you can do like a combined combo thing or whatever. Like so many pizzas, so many movies, so many nights, kind of bullshit, whatever. I think you do good. I think you do good.
Yeah, well, we just got to find that niche market and learn how to expand it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and also if there was like a brewery involved or whatever that could give you, a good price on like a 6-pack of beer, then you're fucking set, man. You're fucking set.
You telling me it won't be a 6-pack of Bud Light with that video store purchase?
Listen, I don't judge. You do what you want with your life.
That's what I want to do with my life. Millions of Americans don't want to do anything with that beer.
Yeah,
we'll talk
it's just
about that
it's just a strip mall of like a restaurant, a brewery, and a video store. That's it.
Dude, that just sounds like a good time. We need to make that happen.
That's all it is. That's all you do is just that's all it is. And then like maybe on the one of the corners there you have a really old fucking theater where you show old shit. That's it.
That is the dream.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
What we need to do is just get that for ourselves and let people just come check it out. Like, we started it out as like not a business, but just what we wanted to do with our extra time and money, and now it's like, well, shit, I guess we should monetize it. Since we're talking about all these wonderful things, we should talk about the reality of the situation, though, for Disney Plus. They've lost another 300,000 subscribers, which it's a lot of people, man, if you think about it. And they've lost millions after the Premier League stuff didn't go down the right way. Excuse me, the Cricket League. And then, their losses across the board just can't be really exciting for them because they think that streaming is the future, that everything's going to be great with Disney Plus, and it wasn't. It was just a big mess.
No, because they were supposed to do. They're supposed to make a profit at the end of this year, beginning of next. That was the prediction when they first started. I remember reading the whole report and paper and things like that. That was what they wanted because they knew they're going to lose money. But also, I think the streaming model in itself is kind of a dud because it seems like a lot of them are all going down or they're plateauing with subscribers. Like I think I just recently canceled in July my Amazon Prime because I was like, there's nothing on here I want to watch, and paying what was it, like $140 a year for it is not worth it. I'd rather rent movies every now and again when I want to and do that, and that's fine.
I never even watch anything on there. I just keep it because of the shipping.
Even that, like I barely get anything from Amazon anymore, so I don't even use that. So whenever I want something, I'll just buy it outright and like pay a little bit more for the shipping. It's fine, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I don't have that. I don't have Netflix anymore. I still have Hulu because I'm sharing it with some friends, and Mom uses it to watch her shows. So, I do borrow Paramount from my cousin. I do borrow Peacock from my brother, and I share Shudder with a bunch of people, so it's like just trading off stuff. So
that's how I used to do it. And then all this password crackdown stuff, especially with like Netflix and now Disney Plus. I don't even watch a lot of these, to be honest. I have a couple of them. Like I keep Peacock for wrestling, and I keep Paramount for the Twilight Zone. But I think what I'm going to do is just commit to buying these things on disc and stop paying a monthly fee to.
Well, I'll bring my hard drive with you. You bring yours, and you pull anything you want off it. Okay.
That's what we're gonna do, Nick. We're gonna be fucking Captain Jack Sparrow at Horror Hound.
Well,
let's be honest with ourselves. We're gonna be like Steve the Pirate.
Shit, dude. Oh my god. I mean, I've been collecting these last few years just because I'm tired of all of this bullshit, and it's pissing me off. So just been like, fuck it, I'm getting all the movies I'm going to rewatch and love to watch and just putting them on a hard drive. So yeah, I'm just tired of it. Yeah, I'm just fucking tired. No, because here's the thing, whatever I think I was at Horror Hound in Ohio last time before the beer bug with you, I went to the Micro Center there, and I told the guy, I was like, oh, I need like a cheap hard drive RAID to do stuff. He was like, oh, everybody's doing that now. And that was in 2019 or 2018, something like that. So I'm sure it's just accelerated now. But yeah, man, Disney, 300,000 people, 300,000 subscribers are just gone. That's crazy.
I mean,
that's nuts, man.
That's just a sign of the times. Obviously, my internet's breaking up. Hold on a second. This should help. No, but that is a lot of people. Just think about that. That's what, 3 of the AT&T stadiums full of a WrestleMania. So it's not just like, oh, it's like 5 people. No, 300,000 is a lot of people.
Damn, dude.
And we've had it for a while. At first, it was free, and I only think we've paid for it a little bit after the phone service changed. Well, speaking of changing, what is up, Dion Green?
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, we in this bitch.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Episode 368, bro. We're here. Remember episode 1? We've made it to the top.
Let's do it. Oh yeah.
We're just closing out our Disney Plus segment, dude. They lost 300,000 subscribers over the last quarter, and they've lost millions before that. So it's not a good time to be a Disney Plus subscriber. Do you have the service?
I do. Obviously, having the children's and all that stuff, and obviously the nostalgia factor for the wifey and I. We still have it, but I'm not surprised. I mean, they've very clearly been living in the quantity over quality portion of the service, and it's showing, especially after the end of Secret Invasion. Yeah, man, it's not looking great. So I can't say I'm surprised, even though they had the deal with ESPN and was it Hulu. It's not good enough to get people to have it yet. So, hey, this is the world they want to live in, where they have their own service, they have their own content. But you have to remember, it has to be good. If it's not good, people aren't going to give a shit.
No, I mean, how long can you keep Disney Plus to watch Star Wars? It's like, I got that shit on disc. I really don't need to,
right,
keep it. And it's like, oh, but Indiana Jones has just dropped. I've owned Indiana Jones on every format since the 90s. Like, I'm not going to keep a streaming service to watch something I own twice on 4K.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and then, and this is what they wanted from the beginning, right? This is one of the reasons why they got Marvel. This is why they got Lucasfilm. Obviously, the 20th Century Fox, right? They wanted to have all their stuff in one spot. They wanted to have their version of Netflix. And obviously for original content, it cuts out the middleman. You don't have to share the money with the little people, but it has to be good. It has to be good. And no matter what you say, especially the defenders of Star Wars, the defenders of a lot of the more recent Marvel shit, if you guys were right, Disney Plus would be kicking it. They might not be Netflix big, but they'd be successful. You wouldn't be arguing numbers. The way that Twitter went to ground for the new Miss Marvel show, for Kamala Khan's show, it was doing great. It was doing great. If it was doing so great, you guys would all still have Disney Plus. It's X's and O's, and if you're losing 300,000 subscribers in a quarter, you don't have what they want to see. No one cares when you're winning. We keep saying that on the show. It's not just a funny catchphrase. It doesn't sound good in an NFL documentary. It is the pure cut fucking common denominator. No one cares. Shut up. Dion, shut up. No one cares when you're winning. Plain and simple. If Disney Plus was good, if Miss Marvel was good, if Secret Invasion was what we saw, right? If it matched the fucking trailers, if all the original content was that good, if all the people running to defend Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson trying to start to fight the internet and all shit, if they were all right, Disney Plus would be kicking ass right now. Period. That's it. And you can call me whatever you want. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate all these people. But if they were as good as they thought they were, they'd be winning right now. And they're not.
Yeah.
You think we're finally past the stage of a lot of the, hate that goes both ways? Because for years it was very much like, you got to talk about how much you hate this person and that person and this and that. I think, a lot of the people out in the radio land have mellowed out. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I think so. Eventually you get tired of yelling into the void, right? And especially, and we've said this before, kind of behind the scenes. You get anchored with shit like that. So channels and all that. I mean, obviously, depending on what it is you're talking about and who you hate, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, man, especially when it comes to movies and stuff, you gotta be able to talk about some other shit. So yeah, I think that's very fair that people have kind of, maybe not all the way on the other side of that, but it's at least far enough where it's like, hey, this isn't a matter of the internet hating this thing. It just ain't that good. So that, that's that's a what's the word I'm looking for? That's an excuse that people can't use anymore.
Yeah, because it just doesn't work, and
Dude,
and they beat it into the ground so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought up, by the way. I'm glad you brought up Secret Invasion. That show sucked so hard. It dropped to 7%, the final episode.
Yeah, I still gotta watch the final episode, but it's it's especially when it comes to Disney Plus, right? Like there is clearly a divider between the shit that we've seen that already exists and what's making it to live action. And they're, and they have their reasons, right? I'm not gonna pretend that I'm on the ends of what it takes to make a show based on an existing property. But damn, like you can't like it. If anything, Secret Invasion is proof that they don't have all the fucking answers, Sway. They don't have all the answers. And for it to be so meh and so disappointing, there has to be a reckoning here. Losing all these subscribers. I mean, you banked on Amelia Clark and Samuel Jackson. You banked on it. No matter what you say, the She-Hulk thing, the Miss Marvel thing, you can excuse that shit a little bit. But bitch, you had Samuel L. Jackson. You tried to make that shit look like Winter Soldier in the trailers. And it wasn't. It wasn't. And again, no one cares unless you're winning. And hey, Disney's learning the hard way. You can't survive on Twitter and name brand alone. All these all these wannabes on Twitter who are talking up the praises and pretending that they're going to jump on a live grenade for Amelia Clark. They don't like it either. No one cares unless you are fucking winning. And Disney Plus ain't winning right now. They just aren't.
Yeah,
Well,
it
couldn't happen to a nicer company.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. No. So, sorry if my internet keeps dropping out. Everything else is off in this place, so hopefully it gets better. But I don't know what to do. I guess I should just yell at the clouds, right? That's how it works. That's what the cloud they talk about, isn't it?
Yep, that's what I do.
that's an actual cloud, but the cloud they're talking about. Never mind. It's I'm not gonna get into it.
Right, yeah, semantics.
Semantics, yeah, semantics. But no, man, yeah, Disney Plus is I love how they didn't get the deal for cricket in India, and that really screwed them over. They want to own all of Hulu, but they can't because I think Comcast is still holding out, and they want $30 billion for that. So that's they ain't got that kind of money right now. So once again that meme of that little cartoon dog sitting in the house that's on fire and he's like, I'm fine. That's Bob Iger. That is 100% Bob Iger. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. Everything's cool. We're okay. We're gonna wait out the strike and we'll be fine. I'm like, I'm sorry, but AI ain't gonna help you, Bob.
No,
Right.
I was surprised that I read that this week. How Disney's looking for AI options. It's like this just comes off as desperate, not like you're future proofing anything.
No.
Now, there's talks as we close out this part of the show. There's talks about Apple buying Disney. Everyone talks about that every couple of days. But Nick, you sent an interesting article over talking about how Apple probably won't, but they would be interested in ESPN if that was the case. Is ESPN the most valuable thing Disney has?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, even then, you're talking. It's weird because they have their new what is it? Their new headset or whatever that's like $3,500. It's like you could have a bunch of the Marvel and Disney stuff with that. They're gonna sell the device with whenever the second or third iteration comes out and it's affordable. You have that for that headset, that AR headset. Plus, I mean, you're talking about you could streamline all their shit because I think I've looked at some stuff on how to get into the park. You have to buy a ticket, then get a Genie app that'll get you in line for something, and it's a whole you have to it's like an 8-step process to even get into the park. on day one. It's insane. I'm like, Apple could streamline that. They could revamp Disney in like 2 years if they bought them. It wouldn't take that long.
Maybe they just realize there's no value left in it. There's a disconnect with the people, man.
Well, it's funny because if Apple themselves don't see value in Disney, what does that say about Disney?
What we've been saying for years.
Yeah, basically. If a company that's valued at $2 trillion doesn't see value in an entertainment company like Disney, and they've tried to make their own stuff and they're doing okay. If they don't see value in that, I think Disney's really fucked then.
Well, we'll be following this, folks. Join us on Tuesday night on the High Council. We'll have WDW Pro on. We'll talk some numbers. We'll get into the statistics, the facts, the figures, and all of that fun stuff. And the only way you can catch it is here live on World Class Bullshitters. So hit that thumbs up button to let us know you enjoy the content, and join us back here on Tuesday. Dion?
Yeah.
You are a world traveler. We're all world travelers. We've been around. We've seen some cool shit. But we've never seen anything that would make us believe that a Star Wars hotel was worth $5,000 for just under 48 hours. Is that correct?
Yes, that was $3,000 a night, bitch.
I was just hoping you would say that. That was crazy. But guys, the information about how much money they're losing has come out. Would you like to take a guess at how much money they're losing from that?
Oof. I'm gonna say they lost a cool $1 billion.
Nick?
I'm gonna say $1.5 billion.
Now, let me give you a little build up before I read you the actual number. But Disney just revealed how badly their Star Wars hotel, the Galactic Starcruiser, failed. In 2022, Disney launched the Galactic Starcruiser at Walt Disney World, and just over a year later, they announced its final voyage will be coming up on the September 28th through the 30th. So, guys, we're clearly not going to be there, but don't you wish we could be?
No.
Yeah, me neither. So they announced in an official statement how they're proud of everyone, and they look forward to giving everyone else that's up on the list, a nice time, because they don't want people to pull out and, get refunds. But in the recent earnings call, they talked about how it was a failure. It was the sheer scale of the failure was just mind-boggling. So, while the Disney the revenue in the parks went up, the closure of the Galactic Starcruiser means Disney is taking a hit of $250 million in accelerated depreciation. So that is $2.5 million per room. That's a lot of money for something Star Wars themed to not work.
I mean, it's not as much as I thought, obviously, but that's a lot, man. I mean, again, no one cares if you're winning, and obviously, in the corporate world, so many companies are not good about accepting blame. But yeah, you lose $250 million on a property that was based on something you already own. That's tough, man. You can't say that $250 million is not, the public just didn't want it. That's hard to explain away, man. That's hard to explain away. That's a lot of moolah, baby.
It's once again, I have no sympathy for them losing that money. Like, that was a dumb decision. But the thing that pisses me off is that I could take a box of crayons at a restaurant and draw together a better fucking hotel than they could even fathom, is what pisses me off. We've talked about ideas for hotels and projects that they could have done on this show while some of us were drinking. And they were way better and more fantastic than anything Disney could fucking come up with. That's what pisses me off. The fact that as fans, we could imagine something that was within their realm of being able to do that they could that they could have pulled off that would have been way better than this $3,000 a night bitch hotel. That is only for the upper echelon of elite motherfuckers that could even afford to throw that money at something and be like, yeah, kids, let's go blow almost $10,000 in a fucking hotel. Like, how dumb are you to just be like, oh yeah, the Star Wars fans have money, they'll come and get it? No, how How dare you like put that price tag on there and then make it so fucking exclusive that you have to have that kind of money to participate in this shitty hotel you had. Like, it was so dumb and such a stupid idea. Even the part of the park that's Star Wars based is idiotic. They could have done the fucking cantina from A New Hope and would have made gobs of money. There would have been lines. There would have been lines out of that park for fucking years.
We would have gone.
But no. Oh well, we would have gone a heartbeat. But no, they decided to do the new stuff, the new thing. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody fucking cares.
Well, it's just bad branding, man. It's like, oh, the fans really want to connect with Rey and Kylo Ren. Their epic story was such a big hit. Not fucking really. People showed up for different reasons. It's like you talk about a company picking the wrong things to back. Like, they could have not done this any poorer. Realistically, it's like, oh, those movies made all that money. The audience loves these new characters. No, they don't. They just wanted to relive their childhoods. And so you fucked up by killing off the shit they loved, and you killed off the brand, and now nobody gives a shit about any of your shows. I mean, seriously, none of that stuff will work anymore. I've never seen something in our lifetimes become so worthless.
But
the price doesn't help either.
Yeah, you have the Halloween franchise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Evil dies. Halloween died that night, too. I hate that movie. Nick, why did you bring that up to me?
Well, I wanted to prove a point. Sorry. But no, imagine imagine like they made the canteen like every let's say hour we see Obi-Wan slice some guy's arm off and then Han shoot, Han shoot first. Like, that would be fucking epic. That would be great. And all those weird aliens, all the stuff they had to like fucking make to try to make the put that shit together. It would be great. But no, we got bullshit.
Dion, what would you have done for a green Twi'lek Disney World?
Say that one more time. You went all robotic on me.
I turned into Kendo? Shit. What would you do for a green Twi'lek? Listen,
I would do some degrading things for and to a green Twi'lek. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's classic Star Wars. Oh no, they got him! No, Disney struck again. They killed another property. But yeah, listen, for a green Twi'lek, I would have done some fun stuff, man. Because it's but like you said, but that's again too, so many corporations, they don't want to share any of the glory, right? So if I were a betting man, Disney didn't want to admit, hey, this original version of Star Wars is awesome. We want the credit. We want to be able to say we bought Lucasfilm, we brought Star Wars back, and everybody loved it, and it was that hubris that made him come up with the Starcruiser, which is just crazy. It's just so crazy. I can't. It's hard to fathom that level of belief in your own idea where you just do the opposite of what professionals, fans, and even casual observers would have done. And, hey, shit like that is how you get the fucking Starcruiser, man. That's how you get the Starcruiser.
Yeah, and we watched those videos on Twitter of like what was going on and like how lame it was. It was just like, this is even the woman singing the songs, whatever, like she looked like somebody in makeup and she was singing like Beyonce or something. I was like, this is retarded. Like, who did this?
And it was just so corporate. It was just so corporate. It's like, hey, this is what a company would come up with if you show them Star Wars and said, come up with something like that. Here's the ship, and we're gonna, it's $3,000 a night. Which, listen, I can listen to the idea that, hey, we've spent this much money on this park. We at least have to have tickets be this much to make up for that expense. I understand that, but $3,000 a night. I mean, you can't help but think that Disney was like, hey, let's try to X out all the poor people immediately, and everybody else will show up. And like, that's just, man, the hubris in that is fucking wild to me. It is so wild. Like, it's I can't imagine. Like, how do you not have like just to your point? How the fuck do you not do the cantina? I just don't understand. That's so crazy. That's just that I'm. You could ask any human being on Earth, what would you want at a Disney park? What would you want at a Disney resort that's Star Wars themed? I'd bet my entire fucking retirement that 99% of people that would answer would say that the cantina. That's crazy. And you went with some made up bullshit from the meh part of the shit you came up with. That's hilariously arrogant. That's so fucking arrogant, man. And hey, I mean, like I said, I obviously you feel for the performers and stuff, but for Disney to get that amount of egg on their face like that, that's like 13 layers of Disney being like, fuck you guys. Not only are we not going to go off of what you want, not only are we not going to go off of what you recognize, not only are we going to double down on, at best, the controversial shit that we came up with, not only are we going to price it out of what 90% of you can afford, we're gonna act as if it's the best thing that we came up with for Star Wars. Like your fucking vacation at this resort is gonna be. You're gonna love it. We're gonna have a waiting list. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
You know they are.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right, do I sound normal again?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
I just had to throw my neighbors out a window and take their router with them, so whatever.
Cold-blooded.
Cincinnati's rough, man. You gotta fucking fight for your right for everything. To use the internet, to party, you name it. I'm doing it, but hey, it's worth it. So yeah, $250 million down the toilet, and that's exactly what Disney needs at an all-time low that they're facing. So is there anything else you guys want to say about the Galactic Starcruiser? Because we talked about all of it. It dropped. It was only been out for about a year, and it failed. I've never laughed so hard at a Disney failure.
$3,000 a night, bitch. That's crazy.
It like that, like what Dion said. It was so corporate. It reminds me of Quibi, that thing, because it was done by two people who had been in the business for so long, and they spent $2 billion, billion with a B, on that service, because they're like, oh, everybody's on their phones. They're gonna love watching stuff on their phones. It's like, you're not grasping the concept of what we want to watch. We want to watch good shit, not just shit on our phones. It's got to be good shit that we want to watch on our phones. Things we actually like, we can relate to. Okay, not just you're once again you're missing the forest for the trees. Like, that's not the point. Like, not just because it's on our phone doesn't mean we're gonna watch it and you're gonna make money on it. That's not how that works. That doesn't make any sense. And that's how and that's the same thing Disney did. They're like, oh, because it's Star Wars, if we build it, they will come. It's like, nope, not how it's going to be. You thought because you spent $4 billion on this property and it's beloved that people are just going to like blindly, just be like, oh, well, here's my money, just take it. No, that's not how that works, man.
Yeah,
you fucked up.
Call him AA Ron. Well, Dion, you have kids, so you could tell them this now, but in the future, I'll be like, hey, son, when I have one, I'll be like, oh, man, there was a Star Wars hotel, and it made it a whole calendar year. It's the stuff of legends.
You know what's going to happen, right? Like, your kid's going to find out about it. Be like, oh, did you go? Did you see it? It's like, listen, kid, the idea you have in your head is way better than what that hotel was.
Yeah.
I'll just play him some old footage. You'll be like, it's just some cosplayers in a fucking retractable lightsaber. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'll show you the footage on X, what used to be called Twitter 15 years ago.
Do you think it'll even last 15 more years?
I don't fucking know, man.
I really don't think it will. That'll be weird if the world
I don't know.
Twitter.
Everything's up in the air now. It's crazy. It's fine. Whatever. We'll see.
Up
we'll
is
see.
down, black is white. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, we're living through history, and it's really not that great to live through history.
I'm tired of living through history, Jeff. I'm tired of it.
Can we get some boring shit? Like 1999 was a great year. Nothing really happened.
Can we have like a week of just like nothing, where it's just a week of like normal shit happening? Just that's it. That's all I want. Just like 7 solid days of just like nothing happening.
You know, the 1 week with the submarine was kind of normal until all that news came out.
I heard a terrible joke about the submarine.
What?
Oh God, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for this joke, but it's not mine. Somebody said it's funny a submarine goes missing right around the time that a Black Mermaid movie comes out.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, somebody
Not my joke.
Gonna get offended.
Don't come for me.
I'm a little sad it's not your joke.
I'm not gonna take credit for that. I'm sure if Kendo were here, he'd be like, of course you say that.
Now, the one thing I did see about that submarine that actually made me chuckle this week, it was a meme of the submarine, and it had a picture next to it that said, "What's the biggest implosion of 2023? The submarine or the women's soccer team?" And I fucking really lost it.
Oh man, yeah. God.
Yeah, World Cup. Woo. Let's keep moving on.
And back to you for the weather.
Yeah. It'll rain. So, Dion,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this question because you're a man about town, a man of the world. You keep up to date on things. What did you think when you first saw that Riverboat brawl footage from Alabama?
I could not stop laughing. It was wildly hilarious. Plus, it was awesome with all of the meme Aquaman related names that came out of it, which made it even better.
Well, here, let me pull up some footage for everybody out there. But this has just been all over the internet this week, and I wanted to hear what you guys think about it because, you know, years ago we talked about the throwdown in Toontown. We've talked about other events that have
my God, I
happened.
forgot about that. Holy shit, the fight that broke out in fucking Disney.
That was so ghetto.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. Oh, he just didn't give a shit.
No. So, Dion,
Yes.
are you ever surprised with what goes on today? Like a minute ago, we were talking about not wanting to live through historical moments. Now, I don't think this one's going to stick around forever in our public conscious or anything like that. But it's just like, really? And here's the question I actually want to ask you. Has society always been this stupid, or does the cell phone just help us record how stupid society really is?
Yeah, listen, society has always been this wild. We just get to see awesome clips of it now on Twitter, 100%, because I'm not surprised anymore. And listen, in the grand scheme of wild shit captured on video in the 21st century, this is actually kind of tame. I mean, we've seen,
The guy coming out of the fucking water.
Dude, that motherfucker jumped in the water.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, Black Aquaman was not there for play.
I love
Aquaman.
I hope when that guy tossed his hat in the air, he yelled "World Star" real loud.
Listen, that was like the fucking bat signal for all nearby Negroes to come running and start throwing hands, dude. Like that was like don't get me wrong. Like listen, in the grand scheme of things, like we should be a better society. But short term, holy shit. That dude was like, you know what? Fuck this. Throws the hand up in the air, and he's like, let's fucking go. And those dudes thought they had it figured out. And listen, again, in the perfect world, it's kumbaya. We're all homies. We all love each other. We all work together. But can you imagine that you own a boat, and then you start a fight, and it's you and your fucking brother, cousins, whatever, and you're beating this guy up, and then you look up, and like 12 black people are walking towards you. That's fucking hilarious. Like that, especially in Alabama. Listen, I'm sure we got some Alabama people out there, God bless you, bless y'all heart. You know what I'm saying?
Press one in the chat from Alabama.
In Alabama, you're in a fight and you jump this dude and you're like, yeah. And you look up and you see 12 black dudes walking towards you. Uh-oh. What are we going to do?
So, I read that allegedly the impetus for this fight was the guy moved their boat by 3 feet, and that just set everybody off. Like that's it. That's
Well,
how
I mean,
this brawl started.
If he touched somebody else's boat, that's a problem. First of all,
I think he was like a boat marshal though.
a boat marshal.
apparently it was at a dock in Montgomery. There was a party, not a party boat, but one of those big
Pontoon boats.
Yeah. So what's the big one? Like the Michigan Princess. What do you call them? The gigantic party ones.
A good
yacht?
time.
Not yacht. Huh?
A shuttle boat? I don't know.
Yeah, kind of like a shuttle boat, right? And it was supposed to dock. So the dudes who got in a fight with the dock worker, he was telling them to move their boat so this big party boat could park there with a bunch of people on it. And they apparently refused to do it. So when he was getting on them, he's like, "You have to move your boat. This gigantic boat has to dock here." That's when they got off and started shoving him, and they shoved him and they started fighting. So the kid that jumped off. Thank you, Riverboat. Thank you. Fuck, that was driving me crazy. So the kid that jumped in the water apparently was someone that was working on the riverboat and jumped in to go save the dock worker. The guy that was his job, was to make sure that the dock was clear so the riverboat could park there. And those motherfuckers said, "We ain't moving." And obviously you drink, therefore you should have told me earlier. But the motherfuckers didn't want to move. And they started brawling, and for a minute they forgot they were in Montgomery, Alabama.
A very historic place.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay, that was pretty awesome. It was our first time watching it. Holy shit, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, I love a good brawl. Somebody turned that into a comic book cover, and it what did it say on it? Here it is. It said Agents of Wakanda, Chair King, the Bomba Blur, and Aquaman. So,
I love it.
Shit.
I love it.
Did you see the other viewpoint where
No.
the chick got hit in the head with a fucking chair?
oh, dude, we need to cut that to some JR shit.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. It's crazy because that view you saw was that was from the boat. There's another one from the pier looking down, and it's in the middle of the brawl. And fucking shout out to my boy Chisel Adonis. He had a funny meme, and he's a fellow wrestling fan. But fucking they're brawling, and one of the ladies fall down, and this old black dude has a chair, and he whops one dude, and he turns and sees her sitting down, and he just decides, "Yep, you're getting one too." And he fucking hits her in the head with the fucking chair.
Jesus.
Yeah. Which again, grand scheme of things, not funny, but holy shit, that old dude was like, you know what? I got enough for everybody. Oh, you fell down? You're next.
That explains all the fucking chair shit I've seen. I've seen some dudes like do the reverse chair thing. It looks like they're calling to them like Thor's hammer. I'm like, fuck, all right.
Yeah, dude. Did you see the one where the dude is like a teacher and he's in his classroom and he goes, "I got my CCW," and he literally took a folding chair and put it on his belt. Holy shit! What the hell, man? What the hell?
I love it.
Woo!
There we go. There's another angle for you, Dion.
Yeah, baby.
Oh my god. Wow, that's a good angle.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Here we go. That's yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they're just brawling. Ladies get okay. Here we go. So them two get into it. Lady in the red, she's pinballing around, bing, 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 trying to break it up. She's trying to break it up. Oh, other dude comes in. Lady comes in. Boxer, she falls down. Watch the there's an old dude coming from the right. From the right, there'll be an old dude with a chair. You'll see it. You will all know when we see him.
Oh, nope, I saw the
There's
chair.
a chair about to come out. She's down.
Oh, there it is. Oh god.
Wait for it.
No, Stone Cold.
Damn.
In the business. He goes, "Oh, she's down," and he says, "You're getting it too."
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
He's
And
like,
the cops are
he's
like,
like,
"Enough."
he's like Oprah with that chair, and you get a hit, and you get a hit, and you get a hit, and you get a hit.
Yeah,
God,
Dude,
Dude.
yeah,
man.
dude. It was
society is insane.
I would have jumped in the water to get away from those cops. Been like, fuck this, I'm out. Fuck my cell phone. I can live without it.
Listen, man.
I ain't getting arrested. I ain't going back to jail.
Everybody was in it for themselves, boy. They messed with the wrong dude at work.
Yep.
Because he threw that hat up and the signal went off. The signal went off.
It was like
Everybody
a flare just went off.
They all mobilized.
Oh god.
And then
You gotta live.
Listen, in a brawl like that, you can't fall down. You cannot fall down because at that point, it is the law of the jungle. And old girl thought that she was in it, and she got clocked and fell down. And old man said, "Target acquired."
Target acquired.
So Dion, is that your fighting advice for the night?
Yep, 100%. Don't fall down. Don't fall down. And if you see an old person hovering around a folding chair, you keep your eye on that son of a bitch because he's gonna start swinging it at anybody close by.
Well, I know what to do. Thanks to you, Dion.
No problem. No problem. Anything that I can help people survive the brawls that may break out at any time, I'm gonna do because you don't want to get popped by old Grandpa Rufus.
Well, I mean, that's what all the Krav Maga's for, man. All that training that you've done for all these years.
That's right. That's right.
Once again, I fear the person who doesn't think Dion can handle himself. I honestly do. I really do. Who just thinks, he's just
one can walk in peace. I would never use my powers for wrongdoing. But that being said, if I find myself in a situation like Montgomery, Alabama, no holds barred. Because if you don't take your shot, someone else will.
Yeah, if Dion was there, he would have turned into fucking Bruce Lee real quick.
Bruce Leroy?
Yeah, Bruce Leroy. Yeah,
or Black Dragon.
There you go.
Can I be show enough?
Sure.
Damn right.
Dion, I feel extra safe with you at Horror Hound now. Because no matter what happens, if there's a fucking mosh pit or a riot, Dion's just going to pull up a fucking folding chair and just take everyone out Stone Cold style.
Listen. Stomp a mud hole and walk it dry.
Folks, do us a favor. Do yourselves a favor. Chair shot that like button down in the comment below. It'll help beat the ass of this algorithm. We can knock it out 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Joseph Yanowich.
That's perfect. That's fucking perfect.
Guys, one of the things we've been working on behind the scenes is our AI month. So, folks, September, we're going to have some really awesome exclusive new content here on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. Something new that we're doing with the channel. You guys like new stuff all the time, so we thought we'd give you something new. So, Nick, Dion, I'll tell you even more about it because, it's a little secretive right now. But, folks, join us because it's going to all be leading to something very, very soon. Apparently, I can only be show enough if I grow my hair out. Well, I haven't had a haircut in a while, so I guess I should just keep on growing it. Right, Dion? Right, Nick?
Damn right.
Sure, do it, man.
That'll be a happy Halloween. So, somewhere that's not happy is the beer company Anheuser-Busch, or InBev, I should say. Dion, we talked about the Disney Star Wars Hotel losing $250 million, but can you guess what it cost Bud Light for their little advertising stint in April?
Ooh, that one definitely's got to be in the billions.
You're guessing billions again?
Yeah, I'm gonna say since April, I'll say it cost them I'll say $1.5 billion in overall.
Nick, would you like to take a guess?
I've been kind of keeping track of it, so I'm gonna say 30 billion.
Oh, okay, just to give Dion a chance. I'm going to throw in the number of $47 quadrillion. They've destroyed the economy of the planet, and we're all broke thanks to Bud Light.
That would be some shit. That would be some shit.
2023 is a retarded year. I would not be surprised if all of a sudden the world was bankrupt because of one bad commercial.
That God, that'd be some shit.
Well, though the real number is a little lower, Dion. It's $400 million. Now, that $400 million has really hurt InBev. So, for those who don't know, back in April, they teamed up with social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney, and this sparked a series of outrages online. Now, initially, you always talk about the meme of the dog in the house. Everything is fine. Or Leslie Nielsen, don't worry, don't be alarmed. For months, analysts were trying to say, this isn't a big deal. This isn't going to be an issue. This is just conservative outrage. This is going to blow over by Memorial Day. It's going to blow over by the 4th of July. It's going to blow over by next week. It's August, and this shit still hasn't blown over. So don't tell me that all of a sudden, hey guys, it's not a big deal. It's been a big deal since the beginning, and it only gets worse. And you know we're like the Joker. We're agents of chaos. So it's going to get even
100%.
worse. They have sold off 8 of their beer brands to a cannabis company, which, yeah.
Oh my God.
I never saw that one coming.
No, that's really interesting. That's I hope it works out. I mean I hope they can get it in more states, because God knows we need it down here. Please.
So here are the brands that they're selling to the cannabis company Tilray. They're selling Shock Top, which we all drink Shock Top every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or used to. I haven't had a lot of beer this summer. Breckenridge Brewery, Blue Point Brewing Company, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, Red Hook Brewing Company, Widmer Brothers Brewing, Square Mile Cider Company, and Highball Energy. Those taste like shit, so I don't care about those ones. But this is what happens with one bad advertising campaign. And, you know, the people in the power the executives that make these decisions really need to take an assessment of what they're selling, who they're selling it to, and why they're selling it. Because this is just another example. This is on a different level, but this is kind of like how we talked about in entertainment with Star Wars. They don't know their audience. They make shit that's for them, not their audience. They talk down to their audience when their audience says no thank you, and then they're fucked. And that's been really the theme of big business and big entertainment over the last few years. You get these companies that think we know better. We're going to make our audience listen to us. It's like the Vince McMahon way. Oh, they don't know what they want. I'll tell them what they want. No, Vince. We didn't want Max Moon and the Gobbledygooker and all the other hokey horse shit. You know, people wanted other wrestlers. And every once in a while, you backed up into a good one like Stone Cold or The Rock. But on average, we're stuck with really, a lot of trash in that field. And so the same rolls over to this. Trying to sell Bud Light to the Dylan Mulvaney crowd was not a smart move. And that really has nothing to do with any bigotry. It's just this basic economics. This isn't your demographic. Let's not go down that path. And so $400 million later, here we are. The question I have for you guys is, can it get worse?
It can always get worse.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously can. That's one of those things where, there's a lot of things tied up in that. And quite frankly, listen, Bud Light very clearly, misjudged their market, and that's no matter how you feel about the social justice reasonings that they did it, right? You misread your market, and especially now, right? Politically, socially, there's a lot of stuff mixed up in that, and when you purposely try to ride that wave, that's the danger. And we've said it a lot of times on this channel, right? That's why you do not try and ride the wave of the internet. That's the risk you take. And obviously, a large portion of people out there feel very strongly one way or another. And, it affects the bottom line, man. And so you really misjudged your market. You really misjudged the current crop of people who apparently fucking drink Bud Light. And, that shit happens, man. I mean, it's, obviously the first one that came to my mind was New Coke, and that was catastrophic for Coke, so much so that they had to go back to the drawing board. So obviously it can definitely get worse. Especially again, with so much going on socially, and whatever you want to blame it on, it is a hot topic. And just because something is a hot topic does not mean that you should try and use that to get into a new market. And listen, and if anything, and listen, don't get me wrong, there are always going to be people who don't like other motherfuckers who are different. That's something that is going to affect us for another couple motherfucking generations. That all being said, that does not mean you try and use that to make money in a new market. And if anything, obviously, Disney's feeling the repercussions of that. I'm bringing up Coke before, and they just really misread the reaction to it. And apparently it's costing them $400 million damn dollars, man. $400 million damn dollars. I mean, listen, the closest thing, even though this one is so crazy, that reminds me like 2009, 2010, when Dr. Pepper was doing the whole "it's not for women" thing. Like, it's just,
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, man. Like, some things you just need to not try, and at least as far as where we are, it's a fucking election cycle coming up. The internet is still very clearly in an adolescent stage, but damn, that was a huge misstep to judge your market, man, and that type of shit will cost you $400 million.
Do you guys think it'll recover in terms of like actually become the number one beer brand anymore? Because since 2001, Bud Light had been the number one beer brand here in the U.S. Now it's Modelo.
No, it's gonna take it's gonna take a long time for people to kind of really forget about this. But one thing is, we talk about this, Anheuser-Busch, a legacy kind of beer company, shitting the bed, and Disney and other things. Like, I'm glad these companies that have been around all this time are dying and doing dumb shit. I'm incredibly happy about that. That's great, because they've been around too goddamn long, and they need to die anyways. There needs to be something brand new, something better that's built, on top of them, that is just different. We don't need this shit anymore. They've been around too long. Go back, let's get some new shit out there, some new stuff that'll last just as long, because these companies obviously they're dying. They don't get what's going on now. They're losing money. They're worried about their DEI score, whatever the hell it is, and they're willing to risk everything for it. And nobody likes anything they do. I mean, look at Gillette from a few years ago. They really screwed up, and they tried doing that again, and they lost a lot of money too. I just think it's dumb. We need to start giving our attention and money towards other companies that are actually smart and know what the hell they're doing and actually care about the consumers, as opposed to these giant companies that don't give two shits about us anymore.
Well said. I'm interested to see how the landscape changes moving forward and what actually happens with more beer. So, sorry, we were just getting a bunch of messages pulled up for later on in the show. But, Dion, you and I drink so much Bud Light, right? Every time we get together, we drink 0 of them. We've never I don't think we've ever shared a Bud Light ever in our friendship.
Listen, I think the only time I've ever bought a Bud Light is when I go to a game or something, and that's the only beer that they sell. When it's a Budweiser product. That's the only time I have ever bought Bud Light for anything. So
yeah, it was funny as hell seeing the lines at baseball games when there were just like everybody was in the other line as opposed to the Bud Light line. Like it was ridiculous, because even I thought, it was like, oh, this can't last that long, but it did. It lasted the entire fucking summer.
Yeah, we're still in the summer.
Oh, it is. Yeah, sorry, we're still in the summer. But like, it's like the majority of the summer then. But it's just like they keep saying, "Oh, it'll be done by Labor Day, Memorial Day, July 4th." Like, and like you said, like it just didn't happen. It's still going, and like it's happened so bad that like you've had a fucking Modelo come in its this place. Modelo's pretty good. I like Modelo. It's fine, but to be knocked down, I mean, play dumb games, win dumb prizes, man.
I'm just waiting for the next what could the next company to pull a marketing fail so big be? Like, I'm trying to
dude, they really want to get that really high. What is it, SEG or DEI score, whatever the hell it is? They really want that number really badly. For what reason, I don't know. I mean, if you want to like bankrupt yourself so far to where like your score is so high, then what? Then what happens? If
Yeah,
somebody's
people aren't
buying
gonna
your product,
come back.
yeah.
Is there like a coupon you get when your ESG score reaches a certain point? Do you get like I don't know, no taxes or like into heaven or some shit like that?
No. I think what happened is what happened is when you get into a really high DEI score, like 100 or so, and your company's in the shitter and you're filing bankruptcy, you get a fully furnished a Sprinter van down by the river to live in.
It's better than the cardboard box they deserve, but hashtag goals.
I don't know, man. It's still down by the river in a van.
Yeah, these executives it really is the marketing people. There are people roughly our age that went to school and they're like, yeah, we're going to do this and change the world. And then it's the people on top that also have,
well, I
other
mean,
reasons.
I think even then the marketing person for Bud Light at that point was like in her 20s or something.
Oh, Alyssa Heinrichscheid?
Yeah, I think she was really young, and she was not really fresh out of school, but like she was still in her 20s, I think, and they were targeting, like, that's one thing I don't understand is like you have the share of a very broad market, a big market, right? And then you want to add to that market by targeting a market that's so small it's kind of insignificant. I don't understand. Like, I'm not a marketing person, but that math don't add up.
No. I mean, it just doesn't. I went to school for this type of shit, and I'm just always perplexed with how things operate. I'm like, did I fall asleep for a long time? Am I the slow one here? No, it's them.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, even from like a basic business money-making standpoint, that does not make sense. And it's so difficult to understand where, like, like we're once again, like, compared to the CEOs, like, we're laymen. It's like, if we get it, how can they not get it? Like, if they have too many yes people around them and not enough people being like, you're a fucking moron, don't do this. I think that might be the problem as well. Everybody's just trying to keep their job and, not rock the boat or whatever.
Maybe you need to rock the boat.
I don't know. Somebody will. Apparently Modelo stayed true to their form. That's why they're number one right now. So
we also drank fucking 25 gallons of that shit at WrestleMania, Dion.
We did.
I mean, you're like, I gotta get the Modelo. You went across the street and you grabbed all of it. So
that's right. That's right. I had a choice.
Is Modelo the beer of choice for Horror Hound?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
we had a choice.
I guess so. I will be bringing what is it? Steve Lemmy's drink that I got from Nashville. Rhino Dart. We'll try that out and see if that's any good.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because
he's partnered ourselves drinking it.
Yeah, he partnered with a brewery or drink makers in Nashville, and he made Rhino Dart. He's like try one, you'll have you'll be on your third or whatever. Apparently it's really good. I don't know. It's been in my fridge since like May, so we'll see how it is.
It's got to be better than Ram's piss.
I'm surprised he didn't call it. I think that it's kind of like a callback to that. Because it's called Rhino Dart. I think he couldn't call it Ram's piss because it'd be too on the nose. So
yeah, I wouldn't buy anything called blank piss. Sorry, it's like half this beer is already piss water. So unless it's
yeah, but no,
like
we'll show ourselves trying it out and on camera and see if it's good or not. We'll post it and tag those guys in it and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll start a beer show, Nick. We're all connoisseurs.
we need our grandfather of beer, Jeff, if we're gonna do that.
Oh, channel. What's a good phrase for him since he's like so old? He's like 96 years old at this point. Because granddad's not enough. He's like Rip Van Winkle of beer. He's been asleep for a long time and now he's back awake.
Geriatric
fuck. Got it. Lape, we need you, brother.
God, he wants to go to a brewery in Atlanta. I keep telling him to come down because like he'll never message me. Like I swear to God, he'll message me on like 4 other apps, and then like eventually like his ADD when his dyslexia will like hone in and be like, oh, I need to answer him back, and it'll be like 2 months later. It's like, God damn it, dude.
You make him sound like he's this weird guy. I mean, he's weird, but he's also like a computer whiz. That dude is
He is a fucking computer whiz.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, folks, join us next weekend for Horror Hound. Let's check out what's going on with the show before we check in with the audience. Oh, Dion, I have some good news for you, my man. You won
that?
last week's Battle of the Box Office.
Really?
You did. You were the closest, even though we all went over, so by Price is Right rules, we would lose. TMNT only brought in $28 million, and you guessed 30. Nick guessed 40, I guessed 62, and Kendo guessed a whopping 150.
Of course he did.
Kendo guessed higher than all of ours combined, so he's really, really missed the mark. Should we give him a negative point, or should we just, give him a break?
I give him a break.
We'll give him a negative point. We all got to
Oh, shit, okay.
Goddamn.
Dion Green shows no mercy.
Apparently.
That's right.
Yeah, according to Google, it was the budget is $70 million.
Well, it's sitting at 54 right now, and it's getting ready to open in China. Oh, I wanted to bring this up at the beginning of the show, but now that you're here, we'll talk about it. So there's been this talk on the internet how they've changed the color of the action figure because they're race swapping the character in China. Now, Dion, you and I have collected toys. Nick, you're a toy collector too. Maybe you don't know like the lamer minutia like I do, but Dion, how many action figures have you bought over the years that have running changes in them? Probably quite a few.
Yeah, man, a bunch. Yeah, absolutely.
So, the April O'Neil figure is out right now at Target exclusively. There's a dark version and a light version. And people are suspecting that it's because she's going to be race swapped for the Chinese release. And now, the movie's out in China as of today. I haven't seen any pictures or heard any word yet. And if that's the case, okay. But there's just two different colors of toys. Like, there's a slightly white one and a way too dark black one. I think they just fucked up and tried to make a darker one, and they made it too dark, and then they made a lighter one, and it's too light. I'll show the footage here in a second. But have you guys heard about this controversy online?
I did not.
No. I did watch your video, and you found both of them in the store, and I was like, what the fuck? You weren't kidding. Because, like, it started the videos, I was like, oh, somebody's fucking with us online, whatever. They photoshopped it to look lighter. No, you found both of them in the store. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't fuck around when it comes to this stuff. I don't really believe a lot of the crap because a lot of people build shit up that's really not real. But we got tagged in a post, and I believe the woman's name is Vera Dark, and she seems cool. And so I got tagged in the tweet. I saw a couple other tweets we were tagged in, and I went out to the store to check it out today. And I was like walking around, and I only saw the dark version first. There we go. Stealing soul of the ad. But yeah, I went up to Target, and I found all this other TMNT stuff, and that's really not my jam. I'm not Kendo. I'm not here to collect it. But over here, let's get over. Yeah, there's some build-up. I found the dark April O'Neil, and then I walked over here and found the light April O'Neil. So yeah, there's two different skin tones. You guys remember the controversy surrounding this, right? It was such a big deal a few months ago. Like 9 people were upset about it. But there's a dark version and a white version. That is kind of weird, don't you think?
It is weird.
That is really weird.
Like I say in the video, I believe it's just a running change because the other Funko Pop is like a weird in-between color of these two. No matter the case, nobody gives a shit about this character. She's not the April O'Neil we grew up with. And, the Turtles have many different iterations. Did the kids like TMNT, Dion?
They loved it. They loved it.
Were they huge fans of April O'Neil?
I mean, not really. I mean, I've got, they're 2 little boys. So, they're not necessarily into a lot of, unless it's something that grabs them right away. I mean, the only really girl character that D2 could care about, I mean, when Frozen 2 came out, he was really into to Elsa and stuff. But other than that, yeah, they were all about the Turtles. They were not into or following April's thing. So
I honestly couldn't give a shit less about the movie. Like, we've aged out of Turtles because this isn't even the version we grew up with. It's the new version. And so it's not like Power Rangers where they're trying to keep us old fans hooked. Oh, you guys got to keep watching it. You guys got to stick around. It's still for you. Okay, I'll still buy your toys. But Turtles is not the case anymore. I kind of tapped out a couple years ago when I picked up these NECA Ninja Turtle figures that looked just like the cartoon. And now here we are with this version of April O'Neil. So,
well,
yeah.
And also it seems like the last few years they've been like trying to put the Turtles with everything. They had like the Universal Monster Turtles. I think I've sent you guys a picture of it where it was like the Turtles in the pack with the Stranger Things kids, and I was like, that's really weird. Why are they doing that?
Well, did you see the Ninja Turtles Cobra Kai?
Oh god. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I did. I did. I did see that. Yeah, it's weird. Why are they getting like put with everything? Is there some weird licensing issue, or did they just like want to do it, or what's the deal with that?
I don't know, like 100%, but my guess is now's the time to really pimp out Ninja Turtles because they're still popular, and they figure, well, we can afford to do it. I mean, maybe Playmates needs the money because that's the only toy brand they have besides Star Trek.
Yeah, because well, I mean, I don't know. I think both those franchises are kind of in the shitter. So
What, Star Trek and TMNT?
because I mean, like, I don't see even if kids like the movies, I don't see kids buying action figures, and I don't think they're buying action figures at all anymore.
No, toys, not to sound weird, but toys are really for people our age and slightly older and slightly younger because we all grew up with toys. Everything's digital nowadays, so people aren't as focused on that stuff.
Yeah, so it's weird they keep putting their money into it.
Well, I mean, there's this new X-Men cartoon coming out, X-Men 97. I understand that it's going to be a kid's show, but if it really wasn't for the generation that grew up watching it, why would it be X-Men 97? Why wouldn't they do a new iteration and get people hooked? No, they want us to watch X-Men 97.
No, Jeff, it would be like that comic book, like what is it, the new Warriors or whatever. That it would be like that. That's why it's X-Men 97 and not X-Men 2023, like, you know, the Justice Warriors.
You know what the great part is? That comic book never came out.
I know.
They got so embarrassed they canceled that shit.
Yeah, they were just like people, because like I'm sure they saw the videos about it and all the Twitter stuff, and then they realized, and they were smart about it, like, oh, people are making fun of it. Gotcha. Nobody's gonna buy it. Understood.
No,
Well, it was so corporate, man. You know, like that. You know, it's like one of them makes energy fields based on how they feel and shit, and then you literally had Marvel's version of Dora the fucking Explorer. Like, you know, it felt weird. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And listen, man, especially with TMNT, yeah, I mean, they've just been through so many iterations. Yeah, I get it. It is very clear that this one is for the little kids. Like, you know, this iteration isn't necessary. You know, Splinter's different. You know,
wasn't Splinter supposedly gay or something? I heard about.
No, Splinter's not gay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
isn't a
heard too.
ninja. Yeah, he's just not a ninja. Like, he's just a fucking like stay-at-home fat dad. Is the whole joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Isn't Jackie Chan the voice?
Huh?
Isn't Jackie Chan the voice?
Yep. And then he falls in love with like a cockroach, a giant cockroach chick.
Does she talk?
She like grumbles. Like, that's the whole joke. Is like she's like a crazy doesn't speak cockroach, and then they fall in love because they make the joke earlier that he can't find another a female mutant his size. So the first one is this cockroach lady, and they get together.
Oh god. Oh man. I don't know. I still think the cartoon where it was the Turtles and Batman was pretty awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one was good. Batman and Shredder fighting was dope as hell.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
I need to watch it. I wanted to get those toys because they looked cool, but I just was like, no, I didn't buy them. Well, we covered that controversy. Folks, check out the video from today if you want to hear the full story. I went to the stores to see if it was real, and I found it. So, you know, it comes to toys. You can always trust WCBS's take on it. One last thing before we check in with the audience. Some sad news, folks. The voice of Dale Gribble, a.k.a. Johnny Hardwick, has passed away. So our friend Dirk McGurkelstein in the chat, I'm sure you're very heartbroken that, you know, the voice of your icon has left us. Now, were you guys King of the Hill fans? Because, you know, I was.
Yeah.
Not so much, but, you know, I mean, I understand the love of it. The creator of, you know, Beavis and Butthead made another wonderful cartoon.
Travis and Bob. Got it.
Yep.
It's my go-to animated show. Like, I know a lot of people are into Rick and Morty, and other people like Family Guy and South Park, but King of the Hill's mine. What's your guys' go-to animated show?
Ooh. Fuck. Go-to animated show?
God, the Devil, and Bob? I knew it.
Yeah, really.
Probably the first few seasons of Archer, because that fell off towards the end and I haven't watched the new stuff and I just don't care for it. But yeah, the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Archer are like fucking solid. Maybe Venture Brothers as well. Like that's a fun show.
There's a movie, I think.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go. I probably go with early Family Guy for me, man. Those early seasons of Family Guy were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we used to quote that shit in college.
And then just never went away.
Yeah, it's definitely past its welcome. Like, I don't think I'll ever watch Family Guy again. I know I sound like an old man, but I don't know. What else is there to say? It's like every episode became the same. Hey, Lois, look at me do this thing. Haha, and that's it. That's the whole show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Futurama is another Futurama. God, I fucking love Futurama. I have not watched the new season. I have not watched the new season because I don't want to. I don't want to be disappointed. I'm just not going to.
That is the most loyal fan base. That shit has come back, 3 separate times?
I think more than that, honestly. I think more than that. Because they had like 2 or 3 movies that came out like right before it officially came out again. But yeah, dude, it does have a low fan base. But I mean, the fact that it's coming out now, I'm just like, it had such a wonderful ending, like an absolute ending. And I don't know, it doesn't, we don't need any more, but whatever.
Well, look that's just the power of a good fan base. That's the thing I take away from the whole Futurama situation. It's like people loved that show. The fans supported it multiple times, enough for it to come back multiple times. So good for them. I wish everybody else would support their favorite shows. Like I'm holding out for that James Bond Jr. revival. I'll keep waiting.
Yeah, dude, that would be that'd be so much fun if they did that correctly. Be awesome.
That was my jam.
Yeah, but I mean, well, even then, it's not the fan base of the people who support it. It's not that, because there's the people who will give it money. There, you have the hardcore fans and stuff. The problem is that will the corporations see like a return on investment? If they invest so much money into making the show, will they see that back and then some? That's the real thing. You can quote it. I mean, you can quote it to your blue in the face. You know, have people say it around the water cooler, whatever at work, but it doesn't matter if you're not buying it or watching it on some streaming service and giving these companies money. That's really what it boils down to, and it's really shitty that that's the way it is now. Because before, I think it was, before it was always that as well. But I mean, at least they had like commercials and shit you had to watch in order to like keep it going, and it was a little bit easier to for that to happen. And now it's really tough. I mean, you see Netflix axing stuff after the first or second season, just all of a sudden.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at a thing on how they operate over at Netflix, and I would not even want to work there. Yes, they offer like unlimited vacation time and this and that, but they expect so much out of people and they'll fire them really quickly.
Yep.
And it kind of goes to show their whole operation is like a bag of cats. Or the CEO's a nut bar.
Yeah, he is, man. He is. I mean, they're still wanting to get into mobile gaming and things like that. So.
Yeah, and live sports.
Yep, live sports. Yeah, I want to get into live sports.
Dude, we got reached out to by some gaming company that wants us to get involved with them. I didn't tell you about that email we got.
Oh God.
So we might...
Listen, Netflix needs to live stream the weird sports, like professional, like what is it, pillow fighting, or like the slap fights we see. People will do like those really like the slaps where they just go like follow all the way through and the guy like knocks over and shit like that. We need to see that kind of live sports on Netflix. That's what we need.
Professional toilet licking. That's the one we'll watch.
Sure, like extreme tag, like some weird shit, man. Come on, get creative out there.
I would watch Extreme Tag. I'm not gonna lie. Have a couple beers, sit down at night, and be like, "Yeah, I'm just watching this dude play tag for 6 hours straight."
or better yet, they have the money to do this. Bring back American Gladiators. Really?
I'm not gonna say no. They tried it with Hulk Hogan a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think
both during the writer's strike.
Yeah, I think if they were to bring back American Gladiators, and actually follow through and make it more than like a season or 3, like they would win some points.
What do you think about Extreme Hide and Go Seek? Would you watch that one?
Yeah, man, fuck it, make up some weird shit. Come on, let's do it. Let's have original ideas instead of just like basketball, baseball, soccer, and hockey. Also the bullshit. Let's do some off the wall ideas, man.
Folks in the chat, give us your ideas for extreme sports that you'd like to see Netflix get involved with. I gave mine. Dion gave his. Oh my God, real gladiator fights. Somebody in the chat says right now. How would that make you guys feel?
That's a little different.
Yeah. Go look up the real gladiator fights in Greece, like how those went.
Yeah, I don't really want to see somebody get their arm ripped off by a lion. Like that's just not fun for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe like professional Rochambeauing. That'd be cool. You just watch people get kicked in the nuts for 2 hours.
Who would not want to see that?
It's like, ow, my balls.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, yeah. Thank you, ESPN, the Ocho. That's what we fucking need.
Disney should make the Ocho a real thing.
We
They
should
brought
know.
it back this week.
Oh, they
Do
did?
what?
Yep, it's on ESPN News, man. Ocho's back. They just did. When we went to dinner the other day. Kickball, not dodgeball. Yeah, kickball was on.
Kickball. Okay. But no, like yeah, an extreme dodgeball thing would be fucking great. That'd be awesome.
I would so watch a real life dodgeball tournament based on the film.
Oh, 100%, 100%, dude. Yeah. But yeah, they just need to bring back fun shit like that, like full contact sports, but like things that are a little bit odd.
Like, it's just what I want, man. You got to find something to watch.
Yeah. That's why I like American Gladiator so much, because it was fucking ridiculous. It was awesome.
What they got to do is create like a train wreck of a show. That's why people love all this garbage on the internet. It's like that's why people love the brawl down in Atlanta, or not Atlanta, excuse me, Alabama. Or people are obsessed with talking about Lizzo. It's like people just love car accidents in this country. So maybe we have I don't want extreme car crashes. That's just NASCAR, but something along those lines. You think Lizzo's going to recover as more people are coming out against her with lawsuits?
I mean, it's tough to say so early. I mean, once we get more information, but yeah, she ain't gonna be as beloved as she was before. That's for damn sure. Because a lot of that stuff just sounds like the actions of a psychopath.
Well, I mean, I think it's killed her public image. That's all I can say. I think a lot of people are just I know her now.
I do love like the extremely quick reaction everybody had to it. Like as soon as they heard it, and enough people started to were in the lawsuit, her streams went down, her concerts went down, like everything went down overnight. I was like, wow, that didn't take long at all.
Well, I think people disliked Lizzo for many reasons. Some people said she promotes an unhealthy lifestyle. Some people say she promotes ridiculous worldviews, this, that, and the other. But, everyone's always waiting around for people to fall from grace. And, hers is pretty hard.
Yeah, well, the bigger you are, da-da-da-da.
Yes, that's a big da-da-da-da, Nick.
But I mean, like, I kind of, like, once again, I was never a fan of hers. I never gave a shit about her. And I was kind of happy to realize she's a piece of shit. And I was like, oh, okay, good. Everybody in entertainment is. Gotcha.
I saw a video of her, like, rolling around on the stage the other day, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I read the comment, they're like, it's Lizzo. I'm like, oh, that's just... She looked like a starfish just flopping around.
She was doing her Jabba the Hutt impression, man.
Ho, ho, ho. I swear to God, if she stood up and said, bring me Solo and the Wookiee, I'd become a Lizzo fan for life.
No, you wouldn't.
I know, I'm lying.
You'd make a button out of it, like, in 2 seconds. Come on now.
That's all that's it. You're right. That's all I'd do.
Yeah, you'd make a button out of it, and you'd put a price limit on it as well.
Yeah, it's like, look. Like Steiner math, there's a limit. Lizzo the Hutt has a limit, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to subject people to too much torture. I mean, we want them to have a good time here on WCBS.
Of course, man. Of course.
But I think it's about time to check in with our audience and have a good time, because that's one of my favorite parts of the show. Last time on the High Council, we had a bunch of fuck, marry, kills to the point where we were like bleary. We couldn't even think of who the characters they were talking about were anymore. It was hilarious. So Xavier to God, thank you for that. I text Caffeinated Wolf as well as Script Doctor, and we talked about that off air. So you made our show a lot of fun. But guys, we have a lot of fun to cover tonight. And to our friend Clone Geek, who wanted me to see the newspaper clipping, I've been looking through the email the entire show. So if you could tell me what the email you sent it is, or resend an email to worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com, And we'd love to check out the article you're talking about. It sounds like somebody's dying on my roof right now. Is that you, Santa Claus?
No, it's just the skinwalker or something. It's fine.
Well, thanks. That's exactly what I want to fucking hear about as I go to bed in a couple hours. The skinwalker's out there.
Well, I mean, if you hear Phil like calling you, but you know he's in his bed, but he's outside calling your name, it's not him. Just so you know.
You know what would fuck me up is if I saw those real life devil dogs from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 with the people's faces on them.
Oh God, those
that
things
might
are
be
so
the scariest thing in a horror movie I've ever seen. It's just like if the effects were better, it would be truly horrifying.
Yeah, that's true.
So our friend Master Marlboro says, I got my Stealing Solo, ordered it while on vacation, and it was waiting when I got back. What a time to be alive. Well, first off, Master Marlboro, thank you for your very generous super chat. It's greatly appreciated here on the channel. But thank you for buying Stealing Solo. It's a physical product. It's available right now. This isn't a marketing ploy, folks. Those things are moving quick. You may have noticed a decrease in content over the last couple of days because I've been busy shipping things out. I spent a couple hours today after lunch, fulfilling orders, and it's awesome. So it's exciting to be able to move this comic book. It's the greatest graphic novel. Sorry, it's the best Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, and a lot of people like it. People call it laugh out loud funny. Master Marlboro enjoys it, and a lot of people have been enjoying it. So I want to thank everybody who keeps backing it. We've moved close to half of what's available left in just a short period of time. So when I say get yourselves a copy, because Kendo can attest to it. It's a good time.
Yes, I agree. It is a fantastic time. It's a great read. It's a lot of fun. And, you'll never believe that, by the time you get to the end of the book, Vader's Luke's father. I mean, what the fuck?
Welcome to the show, Kendo.
Thanks for spoiling the ending, jackass.
I'm very happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, my friend. But thank you, Master Marlboro. Thank you very much. Another thanks to our friend Tim Riggs, who just became a member of the channel. Tim, are we going to see you at Horror Hound? Are we going to hang out with you soon? It's been a couple years since we shared a drink, but, we got to catch up, man. Times at the Hard Cider El Royale, guys. Tim Riggs says, I would recommend a brewery, Jeff. It's probably against the law to serve transmission fluid to your customers. What a good way to describe Bud Light. Thank you, Tim. Shrubbles08 says, I'll take another one in a horses for Dion Rusty Green. That's your new name, Dion. You're Rusty Green.
Rusty Green.
Rusty Green. Hey, that's Shrubbles08, man. That's not me.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
You gonna sleep well tonight?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Dion, you could sleep extra good with your old pal Buffalo Jeff.
You deserve it.
God damn.
I know, it's too harsh. But this is a fun button we get to press. Thank you to Shrubbles08.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll get an alert every time there's a car chase in California.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the services we offer here. Even though I've moved away from that hellhole, I still keep up to date on all the car crashes, car chases.
Because there's so many per day, it's insane.
They have their own channel out there, man.
God, they should have their own fucking. They should have all the people who want to do it. They should have them they should do a death race. In all honesty, they should really do a death race.
It's like 3 weeks away from that being California, anyway, dude.
You're not wrong.
No, as the only bullshitter who survived it that long, it was like Mad Max seems like a more comforting place to be. Like that time, that space, down under.
Dude, that's why I only visit. Yeah.
Overkill 161, thank you. Says great steamer film classics of such steamers. Right, great steamer film classics such as Steamers of Madison County, Once Upon a Steamer in America, and Steamer Jam. Kendo, we had 3 words of the day. We had splooge, we had steamers, and we had what was the other one? Rusty. So trombones
Nice.
or not. Thank you, Overkill 161. I definitely want to watch the Steamers of Madison County. That just sounds like a really impactful, emotional film.
It could just be like a story about boats.
Well, it ties in with our Alabama Riverboat Smackdown. Now, if only one of those was a steamer, we would have had a whole crossover episode. Thank you to our friend Lester San Jose, who's a member, and thank you to StreamYards for finally fixing the member messages so we don't look like assholes here. He says, execs are too much in the wrong analytics. Correct the target being aimed at, and the better analytics will come. Goes back to what many talk about, risk aversion. Well said, Lester. Yeah, they just picked the wrong audiences to cater to, and, well, if the audiences don't spend money on your product, don't want to turn off the ones that do. Clone Geek says, Star Wars brothel, surgically make women into Twi'leks and the like. Also, Jeff, please read the fake news clipping I sent you on stream. Could you send it to our email? Because I looked through our email and I do not see it. I looked as soon as you sent the message earlier. So I can refresh. Nothing has popped in yet. So it's worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
Thank you, Kendo. But I definitely want that. Dion, would you read a Star Wars story about they go off world to just bang Twi'lek prostitutes? Because I would.
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's see some action, some real action.
It's a story that they can't tell you. It's a story for the only Sith deals and absolutes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
No, Jeff. It's a story for another time.
Oh, okay. Well, now's another time. God damn it! I want to know what happened with those Twi'leks on Ord Mantell. There's no bounty hunter. That's what Han's lying about to Princess Leia. He's like, look, there was a bounty hunter we ran into. Nah, actually, he just got caught with some Twi'lek strippers. It's okay. Gunner, thank you very much. He says, please stop throwing chairs into the ring. Like that old ECW clip. Gotta love it. Xavier to God says, Dion, fuck, marry, kill. Dark Fate, Halloween Kills, X-Men The Last Stand. And your most hated movie, but you gotta marry 2 of them.
I married 2 of them?
Yeah, so fuck, marry, kill. Dark Fate, Halloween Kills, Last Stand, and your most hated film.
Okay, my most hated film. Well, I'm definitely marrying. Well, I'm fucking The Last Stand because Mystique is still in it. So, Power to the People. Definitely killing Dark Fate because fuck that movie. Then my most hated is probably. Damn, I think I gotta go with Sister of the Traveling Pants. So I guess I gotta marry that. Yeah.
That movie really fucked you up in the head.
Listen, man, like I took my girl on a date to see that movie. It was so bad. I was like, I'm immediately going to watch The Dark Knight.
He was trying to watch a movie so he could get some ass, and he's like, I can't function now. This movie was too shitty. It's not gonna work out.
Good.
I mean, we've all been there before. I sat through
True.
The Princess and the Frog. That was not a good time.
Princess and the Frog isn't that bad. It's an alright movie.
Yeah, but like 21-year-old me wanted to watch literally anything else.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm just like, it ain't a big deal. Like, I saw Moana the other day for the first time. Was it the greatest movie I've ever seen? No, but it wasn't hard to sit through. It looked nice.
Aren't they doing like a live action version of that with The Rock?
Yeah, I don't see the purpose of it, but I'm sure some people do.
Well, it's Disney. Once again, they got money to burn.
Do they though?
They think they do.
Thank you, Xavier to God. Oh, you didn't answer, Dion. Sorry, you just said Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants touched you in your
That's
no
not,
place.
I was marrying that one, killing Dark Fate, fucking Last Stand, and then marrying the I guess killing Dark Fate, marrying
Last Stand, fucking Last Dance, and then marrying Halloween Kills, and sadly, fucking the other one. There's a shady Mary Fuck Kill. I'm hurt. Dog. I'm hurt. Don't ask me if I'm all right.
Oh god.
Tim Riggs with an awesome super chat. Thank you, Tim. He says, large institutional investment firms are trying to use ESG as backdoor methods of getting publicly traded corporations to bow to their political initiatives, even trying to get corporate credit ratings tied to it.
Yeah, that's what it is. ESG score. Yeah, DEI ESG score. I think it's like kind of the same thing. I don't know, but yeah, it's been a whole thing, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's why you see these companies making like really dumb moves, because like they want to cater to that score so they can get a high one and hopefully bow down to these investment firms. So it's crazy.
The future is a stupid place. Like, if that's what the real concern is, it almost makes greed seem more palatable.
Doesn't
I
it,
can't believe
though?
I'm saying that. Like I can understand why people do shit for money.
Yeah, but it makes like that fucking 80s Wall Street greed seem palatable, right? Like because now you have so much money that you're just like, well, we better be good people too with your ESG, your high ESG score. Like, no, that's not how that works.
I understand it, but I don't understand it is the point I'm trying to make. Like, I understand what they're doing. I don't know why they're trying to do it. Like, fuck these places.
I mean, there's a lot of theories on that.
Well, join us next time when we cover that in our conspiracy zone.
Our tinfoil hat segment of the show.
You know what we're going to do is once we go on camera, we'll all have tinfoil hats right off camera. All right, guys, put on the tinfoil hats. Let's talk about it. They should be tinfoil Mickey Mouse hats with the big ears. How's that?
That would be funny as shit. Oh, my God.
Well, let me write that down because I'll make those and distribute them at Horror Hound.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, like I said, the future's dumb, and thank you, Tim, for your very generous super chat. Xavier to God says, I do highly recommend you guys watch the 2003 TMNT show because it's the best up to Fast Forward, and the 2000 movie if you haven't seen it. Dude, I saw the 07 movie in 2007. I did watch that movie.
I watched the 03 show.
The only thing I didn't like about it was the theme song.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the show was awesome.
Oh, I do like the show. I'm just saying, like, if you could just cut the old 80s TMNT theme on top of it, it's the best one. I like to know that they're the world's most fearsome fighting team. Do they even have the song anymore in the movie?
No. It's pretty. I mean, it's the movie is pretty reflective. I mean, it's very similar to the Across the Spider-Verse and the first Spider-Verse movie, where it's like it tries to have a lot of topical music, so music of the time. So you got like the last one, the fucking not Across the Spider-Verse, but the first one, Into the Spider-Verse, had what's his nuts. Like Post Malone and shit, so it's like that where they're trying. They also want to sell a soundtrack, so it's not going to have like original themes or they didn't write a new theme song for it. It's I can't remember the name of the artists in the movie, but yeah, they're not really going for original themes anymore. So they're all clearly trying to go for a soundtrack vibe.
Which is weird because they can't even sell a soundtrack these days either. Everything's on streaming now. So
I like how Dion's response is 3 snaps, and we all understand what he means.
Yep, we do.
Xavier to God also says the 2012 TMNT by Nickelodeon is actually pretty good. The only thing I didn't like was Jason Biggs being replaced by Seth Green as Leo for dumb bullshit. Wait, that's Jason weird. Biggs, the pie fucker, was a Ninja Turtle?
Pie fucker.
Kendo, you're the biggest TMNT fan here on the channel. Any interest in the new movie? And, what's your favorite TMNT series?
Not really interested in the new movie. I will eventually watch it, probably. Just same reason why I watched Out of the Shadows, just to see if my thoughts get backed up about what I expect. And my favorite series, it's hard to go against the original, but 2003's is pretty good.
I guess that's the official consensus of WCBS. We prefer the 03 TMNT.
Yeah, because the first series has some really good episodes, and it is a lot of fun, and it is exactly what you expect of the Ninja Turtles. However, there is a lot of stuff that is, I wouldn't call it dated or doesn't hold up well. It's just, as an adult, he sees his picture. As an adult, it's just, I don't know. I want something more gritty.
Same. Thank you, Xavier to God. Basara549 says Japan brought back Takeshi's Castle. I think we need to watch it personally.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Pretty sure all the people involved in it are still alive, so I could see that.
So they didn't get eliminated?
Not yet.
Oh, good. I love MXC. I wish they would bring that show back after this Takeshi Castle run is over. Like, get the old crew back to dub it. Or if they don't, we should do it ourselves. I think that'd be easy, don't you think?
Hell yeah.
Wouldn't complain about that.
I definitely want us to try to do something like that this year into early next year. Like, come up with a kind of like an MST3K type of thing we do for something really weird. I want Nick to be the main voice. Thank you, Basara549. Headcase Laboratory says, what's scarier, Angry Spider-Man or a laughing Batman? Dion?
Ooh, probably Angry Spider-Man for me.
Kendo?
I'm going to go with Angry Spider-Man because I feel like Batman could at least have a sense of humor at times, whereas God damn it. At least with Angry Spider-Man, there's a chance he could just snap and like fucking fire some webs around your neck and just like fucking hang you by your neck until you are dead.
Well said. Nick?
Laughing Batman. Because I would find that real creepy if like this very stoic character all of a sudden starts like laughing like the Joker. I'm just like, oh, did he use Brand X? What the fuck is going on? I need to get out of here. I'll put the TV back, I swear.
Again and again. I would be afraid of laughing Batman because I feel like he would have finally broken. Like, dressing up as a bat, beating the shit out of people. Not that scary. But when the dude does it with a smile on his face, then I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying. A little terrifying.
I would definitely watch a Batman comedy, though. I love the Adam West shit.
Oh, dude, so good.
So, our friend Xavier God says, I saw a poll for what was better, the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies or the first two Into the Spider-Verse films. And guess who won, unfortunately? Well, people are dumb, so they voted for the animated ones.
Well, because, they're new and fresh. And, they're new and fresh, and a bunch of kids are on Twitter, so that's why.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand the polling. The thing about polling is there's always there's an error with polling because I could, walk around work and ask, people to vote on like the best movie or whatever, and whatever's the newest thing is going to win. So like if you get a bad sample size
over 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're going to sample, 150 teenagers. What's the best Spider-Man movie? You're going to get fucking skewed ass results. Mm-hmm. It's an error with the sampling.
Well said. I mean, I assume we would all vote for the first two Sam Raimi movies, but
yeah, and also like look at the money that the last two have made. They're still I think they're still the lowest earning Spider-Man movies in history.
Yeah, the animated ones are successful, but they're not not adjusted for inflation. The old ones still blow them out of the water.
Yeah, they still do.
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 3, well, outside of the Into the Spider-Verse, isn't Spider-Man 3, not Into the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, isn't Spider-Man 3 one of the most successful ones? It made like 800 and something million back then, so.
Yeah, and people, because like people were really anticipating it, even though it kind of, was not the best. It's not by far the worst, but it's not the best, so.
Went over like a fart in church.
Headcase Laboratory says, fuck, marry, kill. Joker, Carnage, Darkseid. Dion, you're a comic guy. Would you like to go first?
Ooh, I will. I guess I'll fuck Carnage, marry. Oh, shit. Shit, that's a tough one. Damn. You know what? I gotta fuck Joker, marry Carnage, and Sally. I gotta kill Darkseid.
I'll marry Joker, fuck Carnage, kill Darkseid. Sorry, Darkseid. You're not that interesting to me.
Damn.
Are you gonna do differently, Nick?
No, I just it's all I hate for Darkseid. I don't know who Carnage and Darkseid are, so I can't really comment on that. I obviously.
Oh, you know who Carnage is. He was on the Spider-Man cartoon when we were kids. He's the Red Venom.
Oh, motherfucker! God damn it! I feel like an idiot. Let's see.
You're world class, man. Don't ever feel that way.
Okay. Let's see. So then, yeah, I'll probably do the same thing you guys did. Just kill Darkseid. I'll marry Joker, fuck Carnage, kill Darkseid. There you go.
Marry Carnage, fuck Joker, kill Darkseid.
Yeah. God damn, Darkseid has. We are not fans of Jack Kirby's Fourth World here on this podcast.
Listen, I love Darkseid. Do not get it confused. Don't put me in that camp of. Of those three, I gotta kill Darkseid. I love Darkseid.
Well, I mean,
a motherfucker who knows he's the baddest dude and truly believes it. Yeah, especially in the best version of Darkseid is Justice League Darkseid from the show, the animated.
Oh yeah, isn't Michael Ironside the voice?
As Darkseid is awesome.
Should we go meet Michael Ironside at Horror Hound?
Absolutely.
He was in the movie Nobody.
Was he?
Yeah. Yep. He owned the machine shop that the dude worked in.
I just think of him as the first off my brain goes to Starship Troopers with him in one arm.
Oh yeah. He was also in like Scanners 2 or something, right?
He was in the first Scanners.
Yeah. Scanners, no, you're right. He's in the first Scanners. What the fuck am I talking
He's the motherfucker that blew up the guy's head.
Yes.
Yep.
God, I saw that movie as a kid. I should not have seen that movie as a kid.
Yeah, it's not for children.
We were talking about that earlier. We saw a lot of shit we shouldn't have seen as kids, Jeff.
Listen, you ain't lying.
RoboCop, Tango and Cash, Die Hard.
I don't know if what in Die Hard is very controversial. Like I know
Nothing.
they cuss a lot,
But I think the guy getting shot in the head by the terrorists is like. Is bad.
Takagi's death is hardcore.
Yeah, that death is pretty hardcore.
Ellis fucking deserves it.
Yeah, he was a twat.
He was so stupid.
But he was high on cocaine, so I mean,
It's not an excuse. Not an excuse.
He paid the ultimate price, though.
Yep.
Plus, if a motherfucker is doing coke in my wife's office, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. That dude was doing coke on her desk, and his boss and his other boss's wife walked in. That I would lose my shit.
What else was he doing on that desk?
Why are you doing coke on I don't care if my wife and I are arguing. You're doing coke on my wife's desk. If you look at my wife again, I'm gonna do some illegal shit.
And our friend TLJ Screwjob says, did anyone else find the TMNT Mutant Mayhem art style really grating? My eyes started hurting towards the end of the movie. Well, Dion, you're the only one here that has seen it. Did the art style bother you?
For TMNT?
Yeah.
No, I liked it. I'm not the biggest fan of mixing like that animated 3D look, but I did like it. I did like it. It wasn't as jarring as when Into the Spider-Verse first came out, like that super bright contrasty shit. But I liked it. I did like it for TMNT.
Thank you, TLJ Screwjob. Enrique Vasquez, thank you. He says, fuck, marry, kill, each bullshitter's favorite toy franchise. Also, who should play Guy LaDouche in the WCBS? Also, fuck, marry, kill, Dos Equis or Modella and Corona. All right, let's break this down first.
Yeah, let's do the beers first.
All right, Dion, would you like to go first? Then Nick, then Kendo, then me.
Sure. Damn, I am
marrying Modelo because I had a choice, fucking Dos Equis, and killing Corona, sadly.
That's also my choice.
Fuck Modelo, marry Dos Equis, kill Corona.
Yeah, that's mine, Kendo, as well. All right, so we have to fuck, marry, kill our favorite toy franchises. What is my favorite toy franchise? Like Power Rangers from when I was a kid, I guess.
Damn.
Maybe I'll just say
Spider-Man. Star Wars. Like yeah, man. I mean that the re-release at the end of the '90s. I think it has to be my favorite toy franchise.
Then I'll throw in the Ninja Turtle line from the '80s.
I'll throw in the Mighty Max toys.
Mighty Max, Mighty Max. That's the second time we've talked about Mighty Max on the channel this week, Nick. The cartoon came up on the High Council.
Oh my god, dude. My brother I think my brother might have a few more of those like hidden away somewhere in the house because like he had a ton of them. I know they're pretty much worth gold now. It's crazy.
My cousin accidentally swallowed his as a kid, so.
Oh god. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
All right, so for fuck, marry, kill, I'll go first, then Nick, then Dion, then Kendo. I'll fuck TMNT, marry Star Wars, and kill Mighty Max. I'm sorry, Nick.
That's fine. What was your favorite?
I'll go Power Rangers.
Okay. I'll fuck Power Rangers, marry Star Wars, and kill the other one.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, yeah. Sorry.
Turtle power.
Okay. I will marry Star Wars. I'll fuck Power Rangers and kill Mighty Max.
Fucking Power Rangers, marrying Ninja Turtles, and I gotta kill Mighty Max, sadly.
Just no love. No love at all.
I love them. If I gotta pick one.
No, I understand.
Who's playing Guy Douche for WCBS?
Is it one of us four, or are we allowed to outsource it to a friend?
Let's outsource it to somebody
Loudy.
all four of us know. Loudy? Yeah, Loudy's our Guy Douche.
And why is it Loudy?
What'd you say?
Who are we choosing and why is it Loudy?
Exactly. Oh, dude's hilarious. And then finally, at number 55.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
A rarely played button here on WCBS.
Holy shit.
Tim Riggs, fuck, marry, kill, Roseanne Barr, Lizzo, and Rosie O'Donnell. Ugh.
No. I can speak for all of us. We're taking a flamethrower to all of them.
I'm gonna play Russian roulette with all chambers filled.
I love the Deer Hunter.
I'm catching that midnight train to Georgia.
Just stay out of Alabama, Dion. Somebody might hit you with a chair.
Apparently, if I'm in Montgomery, the bat signal, if I need some black backup, throw up the hat in the air.
Throw up
some black up.
Some black up.
Just make sure you're near water so Black Man can come get you. Can help you out.
Because there's a few of us that can swim. Damn it!
When I saw that in the video, I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he popped up. I'm like, "Oh damn! Oh shit!"
Mm-hmm.
That might be the best part of that fight.
That was the best part. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Xavier to God says, "Fuck, marry, kill." Oh wait, Thanos, Galactus, or Dormammu.
Damn. I am fucking Galactus, marrying Thanos, and killing Dormammu.
That's my choice.
I'll marry Galactus, fuck Thanos, and kill Dormammu.
Yeah, I'll do what Dion said, because Dormammu just sucks. Like, even in the cartoon, he's just a floating head.
That's terrible.
But that part in Doctor Strange is great when he comes to bargain.
Yeah, that's
over
awesome.
and over and over. Xavier to God says, fuck, marry, kill, Doctor Doom, Green Goblin, or Ultron.
Damn. I am marrying Doom, fucking Green Goblin and killing Ultron. Ultron didn't get cool until recently.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one too.
Was Ultron ever cool? Really?
That's a good
I
question.
mean, the last
I'm gonna go
few,
with no.
like him actually being a murderous robot is before he was like a regular villain that was just a robot saying and doing silly shit. Like even as late as the Marvel, not what's the fuck, not Marvel Unlimited, the top down RPG, Jeff.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, so the first Ultimate Alliance, he's like saying and doing goofy shit. So he really didn't become Mega Killer Ultron until like I don't think like till like 20 fucking right before. So the original Age of Ultron, that was what, 2013, 2012. So he didn't get cool till around that time. So, you know, a lot of people forget that he was your run-of-the-mill villain that just happened to be a robot saying and doing goofy bullshit.
He would twirl his mustache if he had a mustache.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Marion Doom fucking Goblin killing Ultron.
Kendo?
Fuck Green Goblin, marry Doom, kill Ultron.
I'll marry Green Goblin, fuck Dr. Doom, and kill the Ultron robot, because for many reasons why. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, to quote the Cinema Snob, love that channel, ripping off Die Hard was the one thing that the film Die Hard 5 could have benefited from, but is he right? Yeah, because Die Hard 5 didn't feel like Die Hard, but if it was kind of like a weird ripoff in Russia, I could have got behind it, but what we got was just terrible.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, the one before that, Live Free or Die Hard, was fucking epic.
I liked that movie quite a bit.
Yeah, because even with that one, like even when it came out, I was worried. I was like, they're rebooting it seems like they're rebooting the franchise. It's coming back. Let's see what happens. And they fucking delivered. Like the part where he's driving the car through the tunnel and then it crashed into that helicopter was awesome. Was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I own it on DVD. I need to get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, the first I think the 4 Die Hard movies need to be on Blu-ray, or at least definitely on a nice format like that.
I got the first one on 4K, but that's the first Die Hard. I mean, that's just required viewing.
Yeah,
I need to get it on film reel.
Well, when you can afford a 35 millimeter projector and 12 speaker Dolby Digital surround sound, you give me a call, buddy.
I will. I want us to go to Japan first, but after that, that's my life goal.
Okay.
Our friend Headcase Laboratory says Extreme Monkey Bar Chicken Fight.
Sure.
Oh, is that on MXC? Is that our MXC? I can do that. We have the upper body strength for that.
I think he's pitching for the Ocho.
Oh, for the Ocho. Got it. I would watch that.
Yeah.
I'd even try out for the Olympic team. Here's a morbid one. Fuck, marry, kill, electric chair, gas chamber, firing squad.
Jesus.
Damn. Murphy, you black as night.
Marry firing squad because that'll be quick. Fuck electric chair because that's the next quickest, and kill gas chamber because that takes forever. And what did you do to yourself?
I'm with Kendo with that logic. I really am, because that's how I see it. But I heard with the firing squad, apparently, well, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but like the gun, like somebody would load the guns themselves. Like so one person would load like several guns, and only one of them would have the real bullet, the other one would have the blank. I think that's how it worked. I don't know.
Yeah, that's so you can't point the finger at who pulled the trigger that did the guy in.
Gotcha.
Which I think it's stupid. If I get signed up for the firing squad, I'll be like, dude, just give me the one with the round so I make sure it happens. I'll put him down. I got no problem shooting this guy.
Every time.
Every time it works every time?
Every time it works 80% of the time.
Oh, okay. I like those numbers.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob says, phone rings. Dion. Who the hell is interrupting my dark fight? Me. Dion, it's time for the podcast. Dion, how many times do I have to tell you not to interrupt my dark fate?
You get extra points for the TLJ Screwjob for referencing Black Dynamite.
Yep. +1 for the reference.
Please tweet at whatever the fuck his name is. I forget. Michael J. White, and tell him to hurry the fuck up
On the sequel?
on anything, please.
Apparently, the outlaw Johnny Black's gonna be in theaters in September.
Jesus, I hope so. God, I remember when that was when they did the crowdfunding for that like 10 years ago.
Just about, dude. Just about. Shit.
Xavier to God, fuck, marry, kill. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Venom. Well, that's easy. I'm killing Venom. I'm fucking the Green Goblin. I'm marrying Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, because Venom seems irritating.
I really do like Venom, but he's just like, he's not better pound for pound. Yeah, I'm fucking Doc Ock, marrying Green Goblin, and killing Venom.
I'm with Jeff.
Killing the Goblin, marrying Doc Ock, and fucking Venom. I do love me some Venom.
I just finished Maximum Carnage the other night. It was a good comic for its time. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, if one WCBSer was willingly drink Anaconda malt liquor for that the only malt liquor endorsed by the U.S. government, who would it be? I've never had malt liquor. I'm gonna guess Dion will be the one to drink it.
Neither have I. I've not had that.
Listen, I am not losing my woo. I'm not like Gunsmoke. I ain't going out like that.
You don't want Little Richard?
Right.
You want to keep living? Do you want to go on?
No.
Put him out of his misery.
Is that the best scene in that movie? It's up there.
I don't know, man. They're
Dude,
all
it's
like
up there. It's at least 1B to I threw that shit before I walked in the room.
Damn it.
That or shut the fuck up, so and so. I didn't have to look at you.
Or no. There's That's a good one. That's a fucking good one.
Fucking Crenshaw Pete and those hot ass coat hangers.
Would you like that, bitch? Huh? People are like, why are these guys yelling in black so angry? Well, you got to watch Black Dynamite.
We're not yelling in black. We're not yelling in black. We're speaking jive. There's a difference.
We're speaking jive, man.
What it is, brother?
Never forget, America. It might be bigger than you. It might be bigger than us, but it's not bigger than you and us. Can you dig it?
First lady, I'm sorry I beat your husband's ass.
I still. One of the best lines is, "Oh, hush up, little girl. A lot of cats' name is Black Dynamite."
Yep.
And then the woman looks at the girls and looks at him. I'm just like, shh.
You mean like this, Nick?
I'm Shawanda, and her name's Brickwilla.
Oh, those are beautiful names. I'm Gloria, and this is Black Dynamite.
My mama said my daddy's name is Black Dynamite. So did my mama.
Oh, hush up, little girls. A lot of cats have that name.
I like how the one girl's name's like Brickwilla.
That's a lovely name,
Beautiful
Kendo.
Oh,
Beautiful name.
Actually, his whole aesthetic comes from a movie called Black Shampoo.
Well, next February, let's finally do a blaxploitation month here on the channel.
Damn
Listen,
right.
don't say that shit unless you mean it. All right.
I 100%
Fine,
mean
we'll
it.
fucking do it, Nick. God damn.
I'll provide the movies. You guys just watch them.
You do that. You get all the movies together.
dig it.
You pick the days that we're gonna watch them. We'll sit down and do it. This is what you want. You make it happen. Stop putting everything on Jeff, bastard.
Thank you, Kendo.
The Indian guys gonna get blaxploitation month together. Okay, this sounds.
Yeah,
this
that's
sounds,
how it
this
should
sounds
work.
Correct. That sounds correct.
You know, seniority. You weren't. They were here before you.
Listen.
By 1 week for Dion.
Nick, what you need to tell Kendo is when the so-called revolution starts, you and me gonna be in the trenches showing him how it's done. But until then, he needs to shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking.
That movie is incredibly fucking quotable. God damn it.
It really is. Shit, that might be the best part.
No, still, I can top it. Ready?
Yes.
Donuts don't wear alligator shoes.
That might be the best part.
That movie is, oh god, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have the movie on as a physical copy, you're fucking missing out. You really are.
Yes, we need a dynamite button, like dynamite. That one.
Yes.
Do you have a copy of the movie, or do I need to send it to you?
I need you to send it to me. Dion and I watched it in college. We did not own it back then.
Oh god.
I got a copy of it for sure on Blu-ray.
The first time I watched that movie with you guys, I legit thought it was an actual like 19.
Yeah, we didn't say shit.
It looked so good until I started seeing people like Cedric Yarborough and stuff in it, and like Tommy Davidson. I'm like, nah, there's no fucking way this was from back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's got to be something new.
Well, no, and the funny thing is they filmed it the old school way. They actually filmed it
that's why it worked so well. You got somebody like me that has no frame of reference to this movie have coming out recently, but has seen blaxploitation movies in the past. And was just like, damn, I didn't know this one exists. And then we get, about 30 minutes into it, and I start seeing modern day actors in the movie, and I'm like, wait, this movie ain't that old. And it's like, they did a really good job making this look like a real deal thing.
It was funny. I remember I was at this video store in Atlanta called Videodrome, and they have a blaxploitation section, and one of them was Black Gestapo.
Oh, hold on, Nick. Hold that thought. We have to talk about some numbers.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Scott is back, ladies and gentlemen.
What I would have given to be backstage when he dropped that fucking promo.
Well, Petey Young was there. Maybe we should get him on the channel and ask him what he thought.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like, what's a greater achievement in your career? The Canadian Destroyer or being there for that promo? I bet you he says the promo.
100%.
Petey Williams, that's his name. Thank you, Darian217, for your very generous Scott Steinermath super chat. He says, a year ago this week, if you threw down the gauntlet for a WrestleMania meetup, I'll see you and formally raise you one. I bought tickets to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Well, you're ahead of us already. Thoughts on SummerSlam and a Joe Rogan Moose, because I'll be driving down myself. Okay, so first off, Dion and I will 100% be at WrestleMania, because we always are. So we'll see you there. Folks, we'll plan our meetup even earlier this year. Let's plan it right now. We're only, 8 months from WrestleMania? So folks, join us on April.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize 4th. It was like that.
Yeah, but the tickets are on sale next week. So, Dion, let's make our plans for that so we can get that all taken care of.
Show.
Want to get roughly the similar seats that we had last year or this past year?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those seats were good, man. I liked them a
lot. We'll use my little trick. That's how we get the seats we always get. Sorry, folks, I won't give you those on air. I'll give it to you after we get our tickets for WrestleMania. But I am excited to see you, Darian217. We had a blast last time. This year's going to be a lot more fun. I don't know if I like Philadelphia more than I like Los Angeles, but we're going to go get cheesesteaks.
Hey, man, it's got to be better than Los Angeles.
I don't know, man. There's this place called Kensington Beach. It's not even a fucking beach. It's just dangerous. They have crackheads everywhere. Like, Philly's pretty shitty.
Never mind, then.
Yeah, I just been stuck going to really crappy places for a while. Why can't we go somewhere nice for WrestleMania, like Miami, where it's sunny, and women are beautiful, and the Russian mob runs the strip club, like
like they should in America.
That's the American dream. Titties and borscht.
Titties.
I don't know what I'm talking about
God
anymore.
damn it.
But no, we'll definitely meet up with you, Darian 217. We'll get cheesesteaks. We'll hang out. We'll have some beers. We'll make this one even better than last time. But my thoughts on SummerSlam. I thought it was a pretty solid show. I'm really on the LA Knight train, so I'm fucking happy. Yeah. And Dion and I were texting each other back and forth. Dion, what would you say? And Kendo, since did you watch it, Kendo, or no?
No.
Okay. Dion, what would you say the highlight of the show was for you, sir?
You know, it was LA Knight, man, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of there was like surprisingly some good stuff from SummerSlam. But yeah, I'm very solidly still on the LA Knight train for sure. Yeah, dummies.
Dude, he's just so fun to watch. And the way that Battle Royal was structured, I mean, when they were trying to get Omos out and no one could get him over, and then fucking LA Knight joins that group, and then they throw him over and he gets to redo a SmackDown spot with Sheamus, like that. And then not only was that awesome, and we were all jazzed for the promo, or the Battle Royal, then they run the Slim Jim promo. It just felt like LA Knight finally made it. It's like, boom, now he's where people want him to be. And if you watched Raw, which I happen to watch his segment because I really don't give a shit about the show, but I watched his segment, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to be in the main event where I belong, and all this shit. I've been looking out from the outside in. Like, I like his story. I like his gimmick. I'm, finally, for the first time in a long time, is there a wrestler I'm really enjoying. So those are my thoughts, Darian. I like LA Knight. I thought the title match was bullshit, and I thought that Cody Rhodes match was pretty damn good. Did you like that one too, Dion?
I loved it. And I did like the feel good moment at the end with them in the ring and stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's they're wasting Cody Rhodes, but no, it was. I liked that match a lot. I really liked that match a lot. It was really fun, and yeah, I'm it's for the first time in a long time where after SummerSlam we have a solid positive taste in our mouths. So I'm kind of. I didn't watch Raw. I watched a bunch of clips. Obviously, I watched the LA Knight segment with The Miz too. I'm glad that he's working with The Miz now. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited for that. So, yeah, man, I'm actually looking forward to see what the fuck happens next. I'm damn sure looking forward to see what happens with LA Knight. That's for sure. Yeah.
We'll have an LA Knight button for next week. Anytime someone in the
Hillary's doing that.
Oh, let me talk to you, Hillary.
Let me talk to you, Hillary.
Oh man, folks, if you don't like wrestling, that's cool, but you probably would like LA Knight. Thank you, Darian217, for your massively awesome Steiner chat. That's the new name for it, Steiner chat. TLJ Screwjob says, Nick watches Black Christmas 2019, Fiendish Hollywood. You done fucked up now?
Yeah, I highly recommend nobody ever watch that movie, ever.
I wasn't.
Please don't think I'm joking and be like, oh, it can't be that bad. No, it is that bad. I'm not kidding. For your health and other loved ones, don't watch it.
For the sake of your children, don't watch it because you'll probably die watching it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Let's see. Tim Riggs also asks, Blackula better be on that list. Well, doesn't ask. He says that's a declarative statement. I think it should be, or at least Blackula 2 with Pam Grier.
Yeah, that might happen. That might happen because I'm a big fan of Pam Grier. I really, dude, she really needs to come back to Horror Hound. She really does. I would love to interview her and get some posters signed and stuff, and just hear some crazy old stories about making those movies.
I'd like to take Pam Grier to dinner as a channel. That'd be a fun dinner,
dude. That would be so much fucking fun to just talk about just all the old movies and shit she did. That'd be fucking great. Oh my god,
like Friday Foster. That's a weird one nobody talks about.
Yeah.
So guys, this has been an awesome show. Folks, I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more content. I'll be back with more content tomorrow. And then we'll have a video for Saturday. And I think I'm taking Sunday to actually rest. It's been a very busy week here. We've put out something every single day this week. 2 videos on Monday. So go back, check out the archives for the world-class content that you know and love. Tuesday, we have Script Doctor. No, we don't. That was this past Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, we have WDW Pro. So he's got a great channel. Check out his work as well. And I was on a video over there this week. Maybe was it Tuesday? Or maybe it was Monday. I don't remember what day, but I'm on a video with Pro. So check that out as well. Tell him you enjoyed that. And if you have any requests of where you want me to show up, let me know. we're a man of the people here on this show, at WCBS. We always want to entertain everybody. So tell us where you want us to go next, and we'll make it happen. Folks, we're on our way to 200K. Hashtag building a better bullshitter is what's happening right now. As you've noticed, we've added some new little segments. We have some new things coming your way all the time. And be on the lookout for all those things every night. So anything else you guys want to say before we go?
Free AO.
All right. So, folks, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.